Okay, hello everyone. This is Candy. I am your host for the Real Talk TV, and the name of this show is Real Talk TV. But the topic of today's broadcast is LGBT. Is it moral to be gay? Okay, and what we're gonna be discussing is well, actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just I have a continuation of yesterday's conversation or discussion in detail of uh, how we feel about um, what do you call that, sexual orientation or whatever like that. All right. Now, I am the host, but you are welcome to come in and put your 2 cents in. Okay. Everybody got they 2 cents that they can put off up in the conversation. Usually when you don't ask them, when you don't ask people to put their 2 cents in, that's when they want to give it. All right. But this time, we are asking that you put your 2 cents in. Okay. And but maybe we shouldn't welcome you to put your 2 cents in. That's when people really like to contribute. That's when they really like to contribute. They how they feel about stuff and their opinion and things like that. When you ain't asking them for their motherfucking opinion, all right? When it ain't even welcome, okay? Because I'm in some circumstances in life, some things I ask people, well, what you think about this? And then usually what I'm asking about, it be real good, so they don't want to give me my props or whatever like that, and they will think that's the opportunity to spew out they they haterism type of opinion. That's what they do. I don't know why this here screen. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix this here. I probably need to see. I have all this technical equipment and stuff like that, and I don't be using it. Okay, I'm old school, and I think I'm a little off topic, but I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. I'm only having technical difficulties because I got the technology to do things right, but I'm so old school that I be rebelling against using the damn equipment that I got. So I could have a camera on me where you could see me real good, because I got all this bullshit right here on my screen. You probably can see at the top of the screen, it say keep it real or take your ass back to Fantasyland. Okay. So I'm just keeping it real, so I don't have to take that trip to Fantasyland, because I don't know if it costs anything or anything like that. But from what I hear, it's very expensive to go to Fantasyland. It gonna cost you. All right. And even though I got a little change, I don't want to spend it going somewhere where I don't want to go. All right. Just like you, I don't like to spend my money on shit that I don't want to do. I don't want it. I sort of don't spend my money on it. All right. Okay. This conversation that we have in discussion that we have in about gays and stuff like that. Okay. I brought it up because it's a very controversial conversation. Okay. And what I mean by controversial is people like to argue over this particular thing. They like to argue about it. And I hate to see people arguing. Not really. Uh-oh. See, I'm bugging up. But anyway, I hate to see people arguing and stuff and not getting along. And they tend to argue and stuff like that, but they don't never get nothing done. So it's not the matter that I just don't want to see people arguing. That bothers me the most about it. The reason I don't like to see people argue is because most of the time they don't be getting nothing accomplished when they argue. All right. Now, if you getting something accomplished and you arguing, all right, that's an awesome thing. You got to go and get that shit out and argue as much as you need to get your point across, and the other person get their point across, and stuff like that, and then you make something happen somewhere in the middle. That's called compromise. All right. You decide you're gonna come to an agreement that is beneficial to the majority of people that's involved in the what's going on. All right. Now, the thing with gay and lesbianism, where the controversy is with gays and lesbians, is that I touched on this a little bit yesterday, but we're gonna hit it real hard today. All right. The big problem with gays and lesbians is the fact that they although they know that it's there's no controversy of whether or not what you call that, there's no controversy whether or not heterosexual behavior is acceptable or not. Okay, there's no controversy about that. We don't need to make no meetings, hold no meetings about whether we can do that or not. That's a given. There's no discussion. We don't even we can't even they don't have no argument against that. All the gays and lesbians, even though they want to do something different than what we doing, they do have sense enough to know that what we doing is don't have no argument about it being right, all right, or that they don't have a problem with it. Okay. Now, but maybe the biggest problem with the gays and lesbians, what they don't really understand that reading that. Now, I don't think this a way. Sometimes because people ain't coming in here and speak on their behalf, I have to speak for them and make up shit what I think that they thinking, or stuff I seen online that they were saying about the subject, but they, I got to paraphrase because I don't remember the exact words, so I have to make up a little shit, like kind of add to it, and you know what they ain't saying, because most people will throw out stuff, but they don't say what's really really deep down in their heart. Okay. So since I know it'd be other extra stuff down up in people's heart that they ain't getting out there, I will go ahead and put it out there, because I'll be snitching on people. They you know, how they really feeling. Okay. I have a tendency to do that. I will snitch on myself even. Okay. So I'm not racist with that. I'm not biased with that. I will snitch on myself too. I just have a snitching disease. They don't have no medication for it. So, you know, I just have to deal with it. Okay. It's part of that reality is type of thing, disease that I got. Um, you know, I'm a reality is. So when you a reality is and you keep it real, that's part of the no characteristic of a reality is we just keep it real all kind of ways, even if that means snitching on ourselves, we'll do it. All right. So back to the subject. I said all that to say this, that I wanted the gays, lesbians, and you know, the LGBT, that include everybody, except they left out the trisexual. Okay, we want to include them in too. Okay, the trisexual, we discussed this yesterday. The trisexuals is the people that try anything. They have sex with little children, dogs, animals, you know, all kind of stuff. Anything that they can try to do any type of sexual act with, they'll do it. They don't just want men and women off like that. You know, some people are greedy. They like the bisexuals. They a little greedy. They want men and women. They don't want to be left out of nothing. They want it all. Okay, they want the pleasures of the men's and the women. All right, they want it all. They greedy. They kind of like these people. Them the kind of people that like that all you can eat restaurants. That's kind of what it is. That bisexual is like bisexuals. They want everything. But the trisexuals is try, meaning they try, not that necessarily they just try everything. Try, they go all kind of ways. They threefold. People's you know, look, adults, children, and animals. All of it, they want it all. They kind of like I say, they like all you can eat restaurant. Okay, and that's what they want. Everything that they got on that menu at that all you can eat restaurant. All right. They even want the employees' food what they brought for them to eat on their lunch break. They want that too, even though it ain't even for sale. They want it. They want that too. They want to see what you got. All right. They violators. They like to the trisexual. They like to violate. So. If they just come into all you can eat restaurant and get the food that's offered for sale that they can actually buy, that's available for them to buy, then that wouldn't classify them as a trisexual. So what they do, they will go all in the back and the restaurant in the employee lounge and go get their food out their employee lounge refrigerator. You know, that's you know how you see on jobs, when you go to your job, they had a sign on the refrigerator that say don't eat other people's food, that rude, and don't be stealing other people's food out the refrigerator. All right. But what they don't know is that it might not even be the employees that's eating it. It might be one of them trisexuals. The trisexuals, they will go back there and violate. They're not even employees, and they will go back in the back, and they will get the employee food at their refrigerator and eat that. Don't even be it don't even be warmed up or nothing. They just eat it cold. You know, even food that's supposed to be warmed up, they will eat it cold because they like to do shit that don't really make sense. I'm a trisexual. Like, they like to mess with little children and stuff like that. They rapists and stuff like that. No, they like to take it. They don't want you to give it to them. They don't really enjoy that. Or properly paying for it, stuff like that. And people want to sell certain things, even sex. You got prostitutes and everything like that out there that will sell their bodies. If you want to get your little something, they got prostitutes that as often they services for sale. They will take care of you. All right. But the trisexual, okay, we're gonna get on that. The perverts, that's a little different than the trisexual. Okay, we're gonna get in that later. Okay, the trisexual. Now, speaking on that, let me refresh this, make sure everything comes steady, because I don't want this thing to cut off in the middle of this. I hate when it does that. All right, I lose connection. Google got to get that shit together. Either my internet or whatever like that. The people that got that's supplying internet service, they want a whole bunch of money to give you internet that cut off on you and shit like that. But we'll discuss them, the crooks, a little later. But many of them are trisexuals too. So you gotta understand, when you're trisexual, they violate in more than one way. They violate any kind of way that is able to be violated. Shit, you like, if you're a normal person that like to do things the right way. What I mean by normal, you like to do things the right way, or you have respect and stuff like that. You wouldn't even be able to comprehend or to be able to relate or even fathom in your mind the levels of violation that a trisexual can embark upon. All right, what they you wouldn't even be you be flabbergasted about what they'll do. Okay, the news media, they is trash, right? They don't report nothing but bad shit. So if you wanna, they violate us too. Okay, they like to lie. They'll never report nothing good except around the holiday time when people and they ain't even reporting good shit then because they like good shit. They reporting good shit because it puts you in the mood to spend more money, and they in cooperation with the corporate crooks to get you to spend more money during the holiday season, so they can line their pockets up real good and get them real nice and get their pockets real fat, so that when they gamble, they'll have plenty of enough money to gamble with. Okay, I'm getting a little bit off topic, but it is bringing up something that I think I want to do. I'm going to do a segment on that about corporate America, news media, and stuff like that. But anyway, if you want to find out, if you just nosy like me, and you just want to find out, you don't want to participate in the trisexual activity. You just want to know what they do. Like, you want to know in depth, what the hell is Candy talking about, right? All right, and so I'll tell you the best way to find out what trisexuals do. Just follow the news media. The news media, they like bullshit. All right, so they might not even know that that's that the stuff that they be reporting, that that's trisexuals that's doing this kind of stuff, but that's what it is. That's what it is. The trisexuals, they do all kind of stuff to violate. All right. Now, it's certain things that is against the law. Okay. Sometimes the news media or the police or whatever like that, they can catch them on camera. All right, and catch them doing stuff in violation and try to put them in jail and stuff like that. Okay, but if you pay attention to the little small things that people do, then you will know without me pointing it out that, you know what, this right here is trisexual. They had a potential of being pedophiles and rapists and stuff like that. That's a trisexual. Okay. See, I love law enforcement and everything like that, but they need somebody like me on the force, old school, that can see past people's facade. Back in my day, we used to have these old school divas. I don't know if the white people's got them or not. Not being racist, but I only know about my people because I'm black. Okay, but the black people, we had them memos. Well, I figure every race, old people can give you some wisdom. All right, so I'm sure that all races, the white people's got them too. But I'm just telling you what we call ours down in the South. Okay, we call our old schools that give you good old wisdom. Old school, and the women, we call them divas. All right, they carry themselves real respectable and stuff like that. And nowadays they calling people divas that hoes, so you kind of get confused. They confuse you as to what a diva really is, because most people don't know what a diva is. Diva, just because you be on TV, that don't make you a diva. Matter of fact, many of the divas didn't make it on TV. We were so proud of Oprah Winfrey when she even got on TV, because most divas don't make it on TV, just the whole hoish women. Okay. Or if you're a singer, songwriter, not songwriter, if you're a singer and actor or whatever like that, divas make it on TV and stuff like that. But Oprah Winfrey kind of, she was a pioneer, okay, for divas to get on TV. And that I know of, I ain't heard of nobody else as far as divas is concerned that made it. That wasn't a singer or something like that. We do have what's her name, Queen Latifah. She definitely a diva. But I'm not. If I left you out, then I'm not saying that you ain't a diva. I just can't sit up here and name everybody when this show ain't even about that. Okay. No. Wendy Williams is not a diva. I'm gonna let you know that right now. All right. She don't qualify. Okay. Let's keep it real. She don't qualify. There under so many. She just don't qualify. Okay. To be a diva. Okay. There's a reason for that, but we'll get into that on. We'll have a discussion about what a diva is, and we'll point out everything. Reason why certain people qualify and certain people don't. Okay, I gotta do a little more research into Wendy Williams to see if she really might. Some people make it in to a certain qualifications by landslide. All right, and she might be able to make it in by landslide. All right. So we'll see. Okay. What I want to say. Back to the subject. Okay. Let's see. All right. Now we're discussing. We're discussing why do people think that gay and lesbianism is wrong? Okay, and a lot of people think that or feel that gay and lesbianism is wrong on account of the fact that there are some things that they do. Let me cover myself up, cause I have to do like the old school holiness. They always trying to the holiness. They always trying to cover you up, but sometimes you need to cover your shit. Okay, you can't just be letting it all hang out all willy nilly like that. Okay, a diva talk. We'll have a diva talk session to help the young ladies with that. That you can be sexy without just letting all your shit hang all out and everything like that. All willy nilly. Okay. So probably sometime I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but I talk loud as hell, so I don't know why y'all wouldn't be able to hear me. Okay. But at this point in the broadcast, this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Cause this camera kind of getting on my nerves. Okay. I told y'all I am old school, real old school. I may look young and pretty and everything like that, but I'm old and pretty. Okay, I'm old. I just look young. Don't get it twisted. Black people's our skin don't wrinkle up and stuff like that, so we can trick you. We not doing it on purpose, but we be looking so pretty and stuff like that. When we get old, we can trick you sometimes. We don't be doing it on purpose. That's the pigment in our skin that be tricking people into thinking we young. I guess. I think it's the pigment. The scientists, the shapeshifters, can explain that better than I can. If you want to know what the shapeshifters is, I'm gonna. I did a segment about atheism. I explained what the shapeshifters was, and so what I'm gonna do is. Many of these segments are very long, so I'm gonna chop them up in little pieces. So when I say certain things, you can go back to that specific part and just watch the little clip of that segment that explain to you what the fuck I'm talking about. Because sometimes I just make up words and you might not know what it means, and I don't have time in every segment to explain everything. But the shapeshifters, mm, I forgot what the hell what I was talking about the shapeshifters for. But anyway, see if y'all would interact and stuff on the page, then I could dog it. If y'all would interact on the page, then I could have had y'all could have told me what the hell I was talking about before I interrupted myself, because I'll do that. Okay, let me go back here and make sure that we still running live. Okay, I was trying to get some shit together so I can properly present to y'all what this whole thing is about. Okay, now, I told y'all about these cups. You can get them from Walmart. Now, Walmart is a store. They probably gonna be out of business like Kmart. God only knows. They probably is Kmart, and they just gave themselves a different name. You know, corporate people do conniving stuff like that. Okay, but anyway, you can get them from Walmart. Them cups they both for $1. It's a good buy. They real sturdy and everything like that. Made both for $1. You can get all different kind of colors. When I had went, that was the only color they got. I probably would have got white if they had that, but they don't want to have nothing like that cheap that's gonna be white. They think people don't want white, so they got all the other kind of colors they think people want. I just got this because I didn't care what color I drank shit out of it, but I'd have preferred blue. But I think they got blue now. It just wasn't in stock when I went. Anyway, that was a little off topic. And I do that sometimes because I'm old. Okay. Oh, I know what I was talking about. The shapeshifters can, the scientists, the shapeshifters can tell you why black people's skin be so pretty like that. Okay. We don't have a lot of wrinkles in our skin. They'll tell you about the pigment and all like that. How our bodies work to reason why our skin just naturally pretty like that. No, smooth and stuff. Okay. Now, what I supposed to been getting for y'all? All right. We need to discuss why people. Okay, we talk about the transsexuals, and we already know that the LGBT, they don't even accept the trisexuals in their community, because the trisexuals be doing all kind of stuff, and not even them, not even the lesbians and gays, the regular, even the bisexuals, that is kind of greedy too, and they want both. They want both sexes. They kind of greedy. But even the bisexuals don't want to associate with the trisexuals. Okay. I don't know. Some people might not know what that the trisexual is even in existence, okay? Well, they may know, but they haven't defined it yet. See, I have a tendency of defining things and make it real clear what I'm talking about, okay? I'll give it a name. Now, Bruce Reality, he basically don't agree with people's mm, that's not scientists. If you're not a scientist, then he don't think you have authority to make up shit, okay? But he is a atheist, which if he did agree with real shit and everything like that, then he would lose his atheist certificate. And we gave him, he got his atheist certificate yesterday. Okay. I mean, not yesterday, day before yesterday. Sometime this week, we got him his atheist certificate. All right. And he got his atheist certificate because he don't agree with real shit. Okay. So anyway, the trisexuals are not even included in the LGBT because not even the other people in the LGBT agree with the stuff that the trisexuals do. Okay. And the trisexuals do just downright disgusting and violating type of activity. Okay. And okay, I see we got some people responding. Okay. Then you got people that I know that's online that ain't responding. We'll have a segment about them soon. Okay. But anyway, the trisexuals are not even accepted in the LGBT because they be doing just some outlandish, downright disgusting and deplorable type of activity that they indulge in, just in violation in any kind of way they can. Okay. And the LGBT, they not trying to violate, they just feel like they want to do something different than everybody else. Okay. So they don't want what they doing to be brought down with the activity of the trisexuals that do anything. They violate in all kind of ways. So the LGBT, they don't want them in their organization. Okay. Cause the LGBT, okay, you tell me why you think that the LGBT they people that wanna have sex with their own gender, why do you think that is wrong? Okay, because when you want to try to convince somebody that something is either right or wrong, you need to have a solid argument. As far as when I say argument, you need to have something significant to explain why you have adapted this belief. You can't be just telling people or uh, wanting people to follow after your beliefs, and you don't even know specifically why you even believe in it. So you haven't really even given. What I'm saying is, beliefs are based upon some type of information that you gathered up. Okay, and if you done gathered up some type of information in your mind that you say because of whatever information you gathered up, you come to the conclusion that mm, this type of sexual activity is wrong. Okay, this is what you done gathered up in your mind, right? Okay, so you that's what this segment is for. We have you can leave your comments down below, and I think I will get it. Okay, yeah, I will get it on my feed on the inside, and let me know why you think that this is here is wrong. Okay, now you can't just say I don't believe that it's right, because God said it. Okay, now if you haven't talked to God, don't come up in our comment section with that bullshit. All right, just say I've seen it in the Bible. Okay, because that's not God's word. Then we'll discuss that later. Unless you heard it like me, I heard it directly from God. Okay, but if you just read it in the Bible, then you got to say specifically where you get your information from. Okay, don't be lying and saying that that you know that God said it, He ain't told you personally. Okay, that this is when is right or wrong. Okay. Mm. Now, you if you want to come in, and if you want to come in and put your input about it, and instead of writing it down in the comment section, you can do that as well. Who is this? Albert. Albert, thank you for coming and checking out our broadcast. And it would be nice to see what people had to say. Oh, I'm so sorry. Disciple for Yeshua. I will put that link. I'm so sorry, love. Please forgive me. I'm getting that link for you right now. I'm sorry. I'm new to, not really new to this, but there's so much to do when it comes to these broadcasts, and I probably, not probably, but I do need a little help. So if you please forgive me, hon. I'm posting that right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add it to the details of the event. There you go. I ain't gonna hun, I'm gonna get that over to you right now. I don't know what the hell happened here with my page. But I'm getting a link over to y'all right now. Okay. And if you want to join in live, on this link. Those of you who don't know, I'm typing that in there as well. All right. There you go, Albert. I got the link for you. I should have tagged you in. So on it. But anyway, I'm adding it to the details as well. Hi.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm not Albert, by the way.
Huh?
I'm not Albert.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the person you were talking to, but I did leave a message to ask if I could join. I hope that's okay.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. I'm sorry, I forgot that you have to give people the link for them to come in. You know, I don't know why Google has that. I thought that when you just click on Hangouts, that people can, when they see the advertisement for the broadcast, that they can just click on that and automatically be brought in.
No, the way that you would do it is you would add to your circles, or you could make, I can't remember what it's called, it's like a general entry for everybody. But it is someone you would add. So at the top where you've got the plus icon, that's where you would add your circles or whatever. I mean, I've had a Hangout invites from you before.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming.
I haven't caught a lot of your broadcasts so far.
You said you haven't?
No, I've only just caught on it. I was chatting with someone else, and then I was looking through my G Plus feed, and I saw you having a hangout, and I was listening to a little bit of some things in the background.
Oh, so do you have anything particularly that you'd like to add to the subject?
Well, I think I'm an open kind of person. I think if you love someone, I don't think it matters what your sexuality is.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and to be honest, I find it quite depressing when I hear about people discriminating against people who are gay or lesbian or transgendered for nothing more than the sexuality that they choose to do in the privacy of their own home.
Right, right.
And ironically, the same arguments that are being used against them, oh, it's in the Bible, are exactly the same arguments that were being used against black people and against the slave trade, in the 1800s as well.
Right, right. That is so true. It's from my experience with people, I'm a student of people. I watch people and I learn a lot by just watching the behaviors of people. And like you say, many times when people have that some a general type of hating type of personality characteristic, like you said, they'll use that those same excuses, and they just apply to everything,
Yeah.
And it's the same way when you a good person, and you respect people, you respect the earth, you don't litter, you don't indulge in things that are harmful to others, you like to obey the law and stuff like that. It's because you're applying the same basic rules to everything of respect. And when people are disrespectful, they apply those same rules to everything. Just disrespect and violate everything.
I think the difficulty is that when it comes to the religion side of things, people will use the Bible to justify their political opinion.
Right.
It's not really because because it's right or it's wrong. They've made a decision whether it's right or wrong, and now they will find something to justify that opinion.
Exactly.
And that could be the argument of, well, you need to have a man and a woman in the family. You need a mummy and a daddy to have a good, family. And yet there are people who are single mothers or single fathers that do a perfectly good job of raising children.
Exactly.
Because maybe mum or dad died in a car crash or something,
Right.
What if somebody is sterile?
Right.
What is it? What happens for them?
Right.
Does that? I mean, when you get people saying about sex is only for procreation, not for having fun. It's just for procreation.
Who says that?
Oh, there are religious people say that all the time.
Oh.
The whole purpose of being, sex is a sin. The only time you should have sex, it's fornication, basically. It's fornication. And the only time you should ever have sex is if you're trying to have a child.
Oh.
Wow. You hear people say that all the time.
Wow, I never heard of that. That's a new one on me.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's it's the people that use the argument about masturbation and things like that. And they say, "Oh no, that's wrong. That's bad." And it does say so in the Bible that fornication is a bad thing. As an atheist, I don't care what the Bible says about it. It's not something that appeals to me at all. But
have you read the Bible?
Oh yeah, several times.
And does anything in there appeal to you?
Well, I mean, there are
How
parts,
much of the Bible would you say, like as far as percentage of the Bible, how much of it have you read, like on a percentage?
Oh, I've read all of it several times.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that I'm aware of how much of it you've gotten, so I'll understand when you explain to me. Was there any parts of the Bible that you said none of it appealed to you, or was there anything in there that did appeal to you?
It's not so much. I mean, there are parts that appeal to me, not necessarily appeal to me personally, but you can't know the history of your country or my country without understanding what people believed then.
Right.
You know, so it has usefulness, but I don't think it has usefulness when it comes to good and bad morality and things like that, because, well, to be honest, I think it's the opposite is the case. I think there are so many awful things that are in there, that excludes the idea of this of God being this really nice, good character.
It excludes that idea?
For me, yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's you. I mean, an example is Exodus 21, which goes on about slavery. Okay. Now, as I am a flawed, fallible human being, and yet I can get it in my head that enslavement of other people, treating them as property, which is no different as treating them like cattle or something like that, is wrong. And if I can get that through my flawed human imagination, why can't God?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Because whenever we analyze something, what we got to do is put in everything in its proper context. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you said that you was referring to the scripture, okay, of Exodus, but you didn't even say what it said, okay?
Oh, sure. Would you like me to repeat it for you?
Yeah, sure.
Exodus 21, it says, if a man goes in alone, he leaves alone. If he goes in with a wife, he lives with his wife. But if he goes in alone and his master buys him a wife and they bear children, then on the seventh year, he doesn't get to go free. They don't get to go free. He gets to go free. But he can say, what was it? He says to his master, I love my master, I love my wife, I love my children, and do not want to go free. And they take him to the door or the doorpost and they stick an owl through his ear and he becomes his master's property forever.
All right. What Bible is this that you reading?
That is the King James.
Are you sure about that? Okay.
Give me a second. I'll open up the. That's generally the gist of what it says in there.
It doesn't have to be verbatim, but I just want to get a clear, concise understanding of reference of what it is you're referring to. Okay.
Yep. Well, that's the indentured servitude. That's you enslaving your fellow Israelites, your fellow Hebrews.
Okay. Wait a minute now. Okay. Now, the reason I asked you to give us a scripture, all right, is because we want to put things. It's just good to put things into perspective. Mm-hmm. To properly analyze things, you got to put things into perspective. Because when you take things out of context, what happens is you can't really come up with a fair or justified conclusion if it's taken out of context. All right.
Yeah.
If we want to be fair, all right, because I don't have a problem at all with atheism. Okay. What I do have a problem with is when people take things out of context and say, okay, I believe in this because of this, but that ain't what they believing in or they against is not even accurate as, it's not accurate, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the actual text if you want me to read it out.
Wait a second. Here, I understand it's the scripture, okay? You don't even have to prove it to me, okay, that it's the scripture. All right, let's get into some factual, let's deal with some facts here, okay? Thanks for the update, okay? But I want you to know this, okay? This is what you have to, this is what's necessary to consider, okay? Yep. If you really want to know the truth and judge things fairly, let's consider this, okay? First off, the Bible is not the word of God. I know Christians tell that lie, and it's a flat out lie, and that's why I'm not a Christian, because I found out that they are a lot of liars, okay, in the Christian belief, okay? They are a lot of liars that hide and use Christianity as a cloak for their made up bullshit, okay? If you look at the Bible, you say you read the Bible several times, right? Okay. Yeah. If you have a physical Bible, okay, hold on one second. This is very pertinent to this conversation. All right. Let me get
Actually, sorry, I don't mean to butt in really quick, guys, and I will let you go on. I remember we Bible studied. Okay, I don't remember if you remember me. I'm a disciple for Yeshua. Really quick, I just want to make 2 cents on what you just said. Because I respect both of your opinions. The thing is, when we read the King James and we read most English translations, I will openly admit with you, they are mistranslated. If you go back to the original, not the Messianic, because I've done a lot of homework, not the Hebrew Messianic text, but the original Greek Septuagint to the original Dead Sea Scrolls, you are absolutely right, sir. There are so many things misquoted for God hating this, God hating that, God doing this. If you go back to the original text from the original authors of what they originally meant, and you are in a search for the truth, I'm 100% with you, sir. There are so many things that make God out to be a hater, a bigot,
right.
Everybody. But really quick, let me finish. But if you go back to the original text from the apostles, from the Greek Septuagint, from the original Koine Greek manuscript, because no offense, if I want to know what somebody originally wrote from an atheist to a Christian, a Buddhist, I'm going to go back to their original native language from the closest time from where they were. I just think that's fair. So I understand with you, sir, and I understand why people hate God's word, because it's been mistranslated. And let me finish on this. I have my own I'm guilty as charged, where we come in with our own preconceived notions already, from an atheist to even a Christian, and we like to use our own preconceived notions without sometimes being very open-minded on the other aspect. So I just heard you talk about slavery and all that, and I do understand why you would think certain regards on that front.
Well, it's worth pointing out that I don't think that God exists, and I don't think the Bible is the Word of God. Or
it's not. Let me finish my point, because I let.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to chime in.
Yeah, you got a little you are very correct in what you're saying, but I wanted to touch on I'm trying to get this thing to go back to the point where how do I make this thing show the person that's speaking at the time?
Oh, you know what? I've never set up.
What you can do is you can click on the box at the bottom of the person who's talking, and that will allow you to select them to be on the main screen.
Thank you. I didn't know.
At first it was doing that by itself, like whoever was talking. It was doing it automatically. Well,
okay. What you want to do is, just for an example, click on me on my box, and it should have a white box around it.
And
then if you click on it again, it should white box, and whoever talks should then change over. That's normally the way it works.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I didn't know
that.
Normally, it may not work.
Okay, yes, you're right. Thank you. Okay, one of y'all say something. Let me see if it's working right.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, it's working now. Because I don't want the whole thing to be on me. I want whoever's talking, I want to know who I'm talking to. All right. But anyway, if you look at the Bible, in the front of the Bible, and I have to agree with the guy that's the atheist. I don't know your name, hon.
Cliff. Cliff.
Huh?
Cliff.
Cliff. Okay, I have to agree with Cliff, not because I'm atheist, because I love God and I know that He's real. I know this. I talk to Him every day. Every day. I talked to Him this morning. All right. But if you look at the beginning of the Bible, any Bible, and what it says there, containing the Old and New Testament, it don't say this is the Word of God. All right. See, people. So many of the Christian beliefs, and that includes all of them, have taken on a doctrinal belief that isn't even in agreement with the materials that they are using to indoctrinate one another. Okay, that's not even in agreement with it, because the Bible itself does not say this is the Word of God on the front. Okay, what it does say is that this is the Testament, or the Old Testament, which signifies those accounts of things that occurred, supposedly occurred before Christ. And then you have the New Testament, which are the accounts that kind of break it up in sections, okay, of what occurred during and after Christ's birth and stuff like that, His coming. So they just divided it down the middle based on His coming, all right? All right, now, but at the same time, you got to break down what the word testament means, okay? Now, what's your name, disciple?
You can call me Brandon. Yeah, that's fine.
Disciple, all right. Disciple, honey, if you really love the Lord, okay, and I'm not questioning whether you do or not. I'm just saying, to me, in my mind, because I do love the Lord, and I wanted to know, when I was believing in the Christian belief, I was studying, like Paul say, to show myself approved, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right. That means that you gonna study so you know what you're talking about. Okay. You got to study so you know what you're talking about, so you don't look like a fool when you speak, and making God look bad when you speaking, when you talking about Him and the things of Him that don't apply to Him. Then it make Him look bad. It give Him a bad name, and this is why people become atheists, because they can't believe that God. They can't believe that there's a God that would make these kind of bullshit ass rules, and then tell us that He a good God and everything awesome and wonderful about Him, but He make up bullshit ass rules. Okay. Now I will tell you this, hon. I do cusses. Cause I just keep it real. That's just the way I talk, and not being offensive to you or anything like that. If you look at all my videos when nobody was on there, I cusses, all right. I just keep it real, okay. I love the Lord with all my heart, and He the one taught me that many of the things that the Christians have made up rules for, like cussing and stuff like that, it's not even in the Bible, okay? And how I know that is because I actually read it and I studied it, all right? I studied the, hold on one second. Greek and Hebrew, what the Bible, this is, oh, okay. This is the Strong Concordance, all right? And hold on, I'm trying to put it in the middle so everybody can see. It's a good study reference right here. You need to, if you don't have one of these, it would be hard for me if you saying you studying to believe that you really doing some hard studying if you don't even have one of these. This is a Greek and Hebrew concordance. that break the Bible down, okay, and tell you what the words that they translated over into, what the original meaning of what those words were and the original understanding of those words, okay. Now, even this is fallible, and it tell you in the beginning that some stuff we can't find no history or account of what that meant. So they couldn't even help you with that. Okay, so that take that into consideration as well. All right. Now, I was back to what the young man Cliff was saying. That he can't believe that this God could be so mean. All right. And make up all these rules and stuff. And he is definitely right, because he really know God, okay? He might not know him like I do, but he got sense enough to come to a reasonable conclusion that if this God is supposed to be the ultimate ruler, he mean as hell if this is his rules, okay? But what I want you to know, Cliff, is what you read in the Bible, that rule right there, that was not a rule of God. I need you to go back to it, all right, and read the context around that. Those were the rules that just like nowadays people have made up religions and rules and doctrines and stuff like that. People's been doing that, okay, for a long time, okay. So you gotta understand that this is not God's word, okay. It's a testament, which means it was written by people. The word testament or testimony means that's the account of what an individual experience or what they think. Okay, that's their opinion about how things should.
I think it's important for you to realize that I'm not a deconverter. I'm not one of these people that sort of read the Bible and thought, oh, God is such an arsehole. I can't believe in that. No, mine's the other way around. I didn't believe in the first place. I came from a position of non-belief, and when I looked at the Bible, I went, wait a second, this makes no sense at all. Talking animals, that only happens in cartoons. You know, evil characters, that only happens in cartoons and fairy tales and things like that. And once I put the Bible in the realm of fairy tales, ever since then I haven't been able to take it seriously, you know, the God concept seriously. And looking at history and the history of the different tribes from that part of the world at that time, you can see how things fit in with that. For example, you know the story about Moses goes up the mountains to get the Ten Commandments and comes down and he finds them praying to a golden calf, I think it was.
You're right. Yep.
Now, the thing you have to bear in mind is in the culture of the tribes around the Middle East area at that time, the way things worked was a little bit like a town mayor. You prayed to the god that was in command of that area.
Right.
So as you moved around from one place to another, you effectively you prayed to the god that was overseeing that district. And the journey, the Old Testament is effectively the journey of one tribe going from many gods to a singular god that walked with them through their lives. That's the system. That's what the Old Testament is. So when Moses goes up the mountain, comes down and finds them praying to a calf, it's like, what are you doing? You know? And he goes up again, he comes down, you know, and it's because they're doing it wrong, you know, with like, no, there's new rules now. These are the new rules. Stop doing this, you know, stop going the old ways. That's not what we do anymore. You know? That's what the story of that's about.
Actually, guys, could really quick, do you mind if I chime in? Because I'm going to probably open up a can of worms because you know what I'm all about. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. She was in one of my Bible studies. I'm going to put it like this because I'm definitely a different kind of breed. I do believe that at the end of the day, it's not so much about the book, but our personal relationship with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and the God. Do I believe this is the basic instructions before leaving Earth, like a guidelines? Yes. Do I think it's your all authoritative figure that's going to get you close to God? Yes and no. It determines how you say it, because some people say, is this the infallible word of God? And this is where I disagree, because I do agree with you guys halfway that certain things from the Roman Catholic Church of Constantine from 325 AD to the Council of Constantinople 381 AD and other councils above that they did pick and choose, taking the book of Enoch out, taking the book of Jasher out, taking the book of Jubilee that talked about the fallen angels with a little more emphasis of Genesis 6:4. And when I look at the Bible, I think, here's my personal belief. Okay, I respect all mankind, because really quick, Cliff, let me put it like this, and I told it in my Bible study. Even though I believe nobody knows 100% how we got here, nobody knows 100% what we're supposed to do in this fish tank, why we're here, and nobody knows 100% what happens when we leave the fish tank. Now, don't get me wrong, we have our beliefs, we have our preconceived notions already from whatever we learned as a child coming up to this point in our lives. So that's why I'm trying to be humble, because when I listen to you, I listen to other people. Nobody knows 100%. That's why I like to say 100%.
Oh, wait a minute. You ain't heard me.
No, but can I finish really quick? I'm sorry. But
wait a minute. Let me clarify. All right. You might not know 100%. A lot of the people that you know might not know 100%. All right. But I know 100%. Okay. 1, that God is real. Okay. 2, that Jesus is not we wasn't supposed to make no religion out of him. Okay. Wait a minute now, let me speak now. All right. Just 1 second now, let you finish. I'll let you finish and and say whatever you, but where I have to stop you is when you start including me and stuff that I don't fit the description. All right. Don't when you say nobody knows, then you done included me. Okay? Because I do know. So I don't want to be included in that with the people that don't know what they talking about. Okay? Because I know. When I say no, I'm coming from. See, this is why I told you you need to get one of these right here. All right. They're very helpful when you want to study and know what you're talking about. All right. And in this you'll learn a word called gnosis. That's spelled Gnosis.
Yes, as in knowledge, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And
No, he's right. Secret knowledge, esoteric, exoteric. Gnosticism. They look at the both sides of like Lucifer and Satan. So basically, Satan's playing against Lucifer. That's Gnosticism. That's basically both sides, basically trying to play off one another. But in the overall end, they come to their, they're meeting their own goal together.
No, that's not.
That's Gnosticism.
No,
it comes from the Greek of knowledge.
No, Lucifer don't have nothing to do with Gnosis. See, that's why I said you don't make yourself. Wait a minute now. I'm gonna have to mute you if you don't let me speak. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to mute you if you don't let me speak. Okay, because this is what I'm saying about you making God look bad when you say stuff that don't make no sense because it don't go together. That's how that happens. All right. I'm just trying to admonish you in the word to do you some studying before you speak. If the Bible say a fool is counted wise when he keep his tongue. Okay, so when you just said that Gnosis had something to do with Lucifer, that let me further know that you didn't know what you was talking about, because as a young man, wait, let me speak now. I'm gonna have to mute you.
I just say I disagree, but go ahead.
We don't even have to disagree with that. If you look up the word, okay, this is the problem here. You're not doing your proper studying, and you got a Bible class, and you, so that means you passing that inaccurate knowledge on to other people. All right. Now, as the young man, Mr. Cliff, said, and he's more aware than you are, and he atheist, of what the word gnosis means. Is knowledge, all right? It means knowing. That it don't have nothing to do with Lucifer. You added that all.
I know. I studied this stuff for 7, 8 years. For somebody to tell me I don't know, no offense, that's judging, and you don't know me 100%. I've gone through 7, 8 years of research, of listening to atheists, listening to Buddhists, listening to Hindus. I was in that chat room for a reason. So no offense, you're basically calling the kettle black. You don't know me that well to judge me to say I'm wrong and wrong in this.
Now I might have to mute you because you're being,
fair enough, but don't judge.
You're being rude. You're being rude, okay?
Don't call the kettle black.
Because you're not allowing me to clarify what I'm saying, okay?
Well, go right ahead, but you're telling me I'm wrong every left turn.
Okay, all right. Now I got to mute you because you see, this is the thing with Christians. Y'all don't understand that when you be rude to people, you are not exemplifying Christ when you're being rude, because it's just a general understanding to be fair and let people speak. That's just a general understanding that you don't have to be a Christian to understand, all right? Just don't be rude, okay? And maybe you don't like what I'm saying, but it really don't matter. Even the Bible say the truth is the truth by itself, and there is nothing that we can do against the truth, and there to make it less true, or there is nothing we can do for the truth to make it more true. Okay, it just is what it is. Okay, and if you look in this concordance and look up the word gnosis, and I got it on tape, hon, that you just said that you claiming that you studied this for all 7 years. You've been studying this and you ain't even know the basic knowledge that the word gnosis don't have nothing to do with Lucifer. Okay?
One thing, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. I love you, Cliff. Thank you again. I think we're on 2 different wavelengths because I actually agree with you. I said it's
okay. All right. Now,
God bless you guys. Have a good day. Take care.
Yeah, you don't want to hear the truth. That
no, I do, but you didn't.
No. Okay, excuse yourself.
You let me finish my statement. So
no.
You're acting like Justin. You're acting exactly like Justin. You're
gonna have to
let me finish my statement.
No, you're gonna have to excuse yourself because I got it on tape. That you.
Yes, I said, let me finish.
I have it on tape.
You taught the last 20 minutes.
But no, I didn't. No. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That is wrong. That's still incorrect. That's still incorrect. No. I was not even discussing. I was not even discussing the religion of. No. No, narcissist,
It's nice of him to say that, but I didn't.
Yeah, how do you act like
no, I don't mean that. Hang on. What I mean, but it's nice of him to say, "Oh, God bless you," kind of thing. But to me, I find that a bit condescending, to be honest.
It is. It was.
Yes, just it's like me saying, sort of magical leprechauns be upon you. It just doesn't really, it's. He knows that I don't believe, and I mean, I think he got him wrong. He was trying to explain a point, and he wasn't trying to say it was linked to Lucifer. He was using an example of that.
Narcissist. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I know what narcissism is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the word of knowledge.
Yeah. If you add any type of anything to other than that is knowing or is knowledge, It is not related. People have, okay, made a religion. It's called narcissism. Okay, that wasn't what I said. I didn't say I was a narcissist. That's not what I said, because even people that found out a little bit about what narcissist is, okay, the word, just the word, not the religion, not the belief system that people have created another doctrine out of the word, okay? That wasn't what I was talking about. If he'd let me speak and finish what I was saying, he could have found that out. I didn't say I was if you go back and rewind the tape, you'll see. I wasn't saying that I'm a narcissist, all right? Not a narcissist with the ST on the end. I didn't say I was into narcissism, okay? That's a religion, okay? Just like Christianity, whatever, even atheism has become a religion, okay? Because people tend to make and set boundaries around certain beliefs, and that's all doctrine is. That's all religion is when you set up certain type of perimeters or boundaries that designate, okay, these rules right here, we're narcissists and we believe in this right here, and if you go outside those perimeters, then you won't be considered as a narcissist. We're Christians over here, and if you won't go outside these perimeters, then you're no longer a Christian, all right? Same with atheists. Huh?
I must disagree with you when you say atheism is a religion.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem that I noticed that people indulge in. They don't listen to the whole of what a person, they'll pick out something that they saying and want to disagree, but you didn't even hear what I said. I didn't say that atheism is a religion. What I said was that people have made a religion out of atheism. That's what I said. Just when we're done with this broadcast, let's go back over it.
I know. I heard what you said. I suppose I was shortening down your sentence to that.
It should have been shortened, because that was what I said was what I meant. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying that atheist. I understand that atheist is not supposed to be a religion according to the real understanding. You'll have to look at my other videos that explain that. I already said that I know that atheism is not supposed to be a religion, but people are so prone to creating groups, okay? Like I said, those boundaries, okay, that put people in a box. They so used to categorizing people, okay, that they'll put people in a box. That's just like all I did was mention the word narcissist, and he already put me in a group of the narcissist religion. I don't have no religion. I don't believe in religion. I actually despise religion because of the fact that when people create these religions, they're trying to keep somebody out. It's kind of like, it's the same thing that society does with our races, okay? If you're not this color, then you ain't important. Or if you're not wealthy.
If you don't mind, the problem is when you said atheism, you know, some people treat atheism like a religion, and you sort of mentioned dogma and things like that. You said about, you know, sort of create dogma and so on, you know. That,
no, I didn't say nothing about dogma. You got to listen. I said doctrine.
Doctrine, sorry, doctrine, not dogma, doctrine. There isn't any doctrine in an atheism. I mean, atheism is a single point on a single position. Are there any gods? If the answer is no, then that's atheism. You know, it's a lack of a belief in gods. And so, you know, although people will say, well, I don't believe there are any gods because of other reasons, that's something else, you know. So for example, they say, well, you know, I can't believe in a biblical version of creation based upon what it says in Genesis because, you know, all the science says that doesn't make sense. Now, there's no doctrine in science other than the idea of, you know, the peer review process, you know, saying that you test something with an open, you know, with an open goal, sorry, without a goal. You know, you say, okay, I think this might be the case. Let's see if that's the case. And so you have the prediction, and if that doesn't work out, then obviously the test was flawed, or the proposition in the first place was flawed. If it's shown to be the case, then you know, that is established, and other people will peer review it to find out whether they can repeat the same test, the same study. And if they can't, they can say, well, I'm sorry, I couldn't find the same results. I think there's something wrong with your science, your proposition. So, you know, when I hear people, I don't mean you specifically, but when I hear people say atheism is a religion, the problem is that they're looking at it from they're taking the word belief. You know, when I say I don't believe there are any gods, by using I try not to use the word believe too much, because the word has been hijacked.
Right, just like
conversations.
Just like what you don't understand. Just like, okay, I'm gonna explain something to you about what I mean. Don't please don't. I'm asking you, in all fairness, don't just try to be open-minded when you listening to me. All right, because I know you used to what other people do, and I'm not saying I'm better than nobody else, but I am certainly different. I stand out from the crowd. I stick out like a sore thumb. I don't fit nowhere. All
yes,
right.
White hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so different. I'm just different in all kind of ways. You understand? As nice as my house is and it's furnished and stuff like that, I don't have no dining room table. Okay, I'm just strange, you know. More people, when they start getting their furniture and stuff like that for their house, they're gonna get I got dining room chairs.
I haven't got a dining room table because I haven't got a dining room.
Oh, well, that's different. But I got a dining room. I have dining room chairs. I'm only pointing that out to let you know I'm just strange. I'm very different. All right. Okay. So please try to hear me out at what I'm saying, not what you used to people saying. Okay. Because you're right. A lot of people do think that atheism is a religion because y'all, when they attach the word, like you say, they jacked up the word belief and made it that if you believe in anything, that is a religion. That's not religion. That's just a belief.
Yeah, or a lack of a belief.
Or lack thereof, whatever. It's still, the point is that's not a religion. Okay. That's not a religion. But I do want you to know that even though you might have the proper stance on what the definition of atheism is, okay, you gotta understand that there are other people out there that have jacked up atheism and made a religion out of it. Okay, real talk, hon. Real talk. Okay, because the thing is with people, like I was saying, we have that. People have that tendency to do that. They'll take anything, like they took the word narcissist, which supposed to mean we was free of religion, because we knew. It's an understanding. The word narcissist, it means, when you break it down to the Lord's terms, what narcissist mean, it means you see. It don't even mean that you know something in your mental capacity. It means that you see, all right? And you see things that other people don't see, all right? basically. You see those things that are not evident to other people. Okay, so when I say I know something, it's because I seen it.
Okay. Question for you. When you say some people treat atheism like a religion, could you give an example of that?
Sure. Okay. Religion is when you have a certain doctrine, all right? And if you ever, I just want to do some background so you'll understand where I'm coming from when I tell you that they done made a religion out of it.
Okay.
Here in the States, I don't know where you at. I heard you have a beautiful accent.
UK.
But here in the States,
I live in England.
Oh, okay. All right. But here in the States, if you form a religion and you want to be recognized by the United States as being a religious organization, to be tax exempt, you don't have to file for the paperwork. You can just form any kind of religion you want to, okay? But if you want to be recognized by the state to be tax exempt, then you have to, if you're collecting any money or whatever like that, you have to present what the grounds of your religion is, okay? Your doctrine, okay? Doctrine. And those are the outline belief or creed, your creed, what you believe, okay? What defines, what specifically define. You don't have to go into real depth, but you got to say something, okay? You can't just do anything with the IRS. You got the that's the federal government, all right? You got to have some specifics. It can just be three things that define your doctrine, all right, or whatever you believe in. It could be just three rules you have to your organization, but you got to write down them 3 rules. You got to define.
Oh, have you frozen or have I frozen? One of us is frozen. I'm going to press F5. Okay, one of us is frozen. I don't think it's me. I think we're going to have to wait till Candy gets back.
Oh, you there?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. I'll
Oh. Let's try. No, I think I've lost you again. It's weird to be talking to myself.
Okay.
You're there again.
Yeah, this it's got those kinks in it. But anyway, I have literally been in hangouts where they was having debates about religion and so forth. And the atheists will disown what do you call that? A person because they are not following their belief of what an atheist is. Okay. And this is what I mean by they have literally made a religion out of it, because if you're gonna disown somebody because they ain't following your rules about what you think atheist is, and disclaiming them, and they already saying, I'm an atheist, I believe in atheism. But they broke one of the rules that this person does set up in their own mind. They ain't wrote nothing down. It ain't nothing solid, you know, that they would submit to the IRS and nothing like that. But they have mentally outlined it. You understand what I'm saying? And so since they have mentally defined it in their mind, what categorize a person as being an atheist, you'll see some people come in to hang out and say that they atheists, and they'll disown them. And there's other atheists that believe the way they do, and they do just like the Christian. They get together and they have their own belief. So if you come in and in any way, if a Christian make a good point and they and a person that say they atheists agree with them, that's it. They out. They'll tell them, you ain't no atheist. If you believe what this Christian said, then you ain't no atheist.
Well, I mean, again, as I said before, atheism is a single point on a single issue. If you believe in a God, then you're not an atheist. That's the only criteria that would mean something. Now, you can say, well, you know, I think Jesus had some very good points about certain things, you know, doing unto others as you'd like to be done to yourself. That's the golden rule, you know. Those kind of values are appropriate everywhere. It's not limited to Christianity or atheism or Hinduism or anything like that. That's just a rule of humanity.
Right. It's what I call universal truth. Okay.
Yes.
Universal moral. In other words, we all can agree that that's something that's good. All right, or right to do.
Yeah.
So, but this is what I'm saying. You a real atheist. They got people that they got other rules and criteria. You got to believe in evolution of some type. You got to believe in we rolled into humanity from rocks or whatever, physical. I don't know. They got these technical names they got for it, but to me, they shape-shifted from rocks. Either you got to believe we shape-shifted from rocks or either apes, one of the two. If you don't believe that, if you believe in creation, then you are no longer then an atheist.
Well, I mean, that would have to be the case. I mean, if you believe in creation, that suggests there's a God in the first place, in which case you're not an atheist. You may be a deist, which is slightly different, which is, you know, there was a God of some kind, but it's just a natural event of the universe kind of thing. Deism is a bit hard to nail down, you know, but the difficulty is, I mean, I'm not a person that believes in evolution as such. You know, my atheism is not based upon whether evolution is true. You know, I don't know much about it.
There's a lot of atheists that believe that they would disown you, all right? They would disown you as an atheist because you don't believe in the theory of evolution, okay? Because just like you just said that if a person believes in creation, then they no longer atheists. See how you put them outside the atheism? Because
I don't think you quite understand what I mean. I don't know much about science. So the scientific consensus is that evolution would appear to be the case, would appear to be true. Okay. Now, if we find out 10 years from now, or 2 years from now, or next week, that, you know, that maybe there's energy in atoms or something like that, and that's how life spontaneously began. So the idea of abiogenesis, you know, that's how that started. Now, or some other, you know, spontaneous energy replication is a new thing, you know, and that replaces the theory of evolution, because evolution.
That's not a new thing. That's old. That's what I believe. I believe in.
Okay, I don't think you're quite getting what I mean. What I mean is, let's say that science finds a new answer to a question that replaces evolution as a realistic theory. In other words, something is only as, you know, it's a bit like the sound barrier. You know, it was called a sound barrier because people didn't think you could break it until they could. You know, we don't think you can go faster than the speed of light, but we may find a way that we can go faster than the speed of light. So it's only a limit as long as we are unable to beat it. So the idea of evolution being true or being accurate is only limited to what we can see so far. But if we find that that may not be right, then we will change it to look at the new system, and that will become the case. That will be the scientific consensus. But the difference between, you know, when an atheist says, you know, I believe, or, you know, sorry, I think atheism is realistic because of evolution, because of this, that, or the other, you know, then it's not really, it's them just justifying their atheism, not saying because you're an atheist you have to believe in this or you have to believe in that.
Baby, I have been in hangouts where they said I have been in hangouts where the like I said, this is why I'm telling you, people have literally make a religion out of sorry. I opened up a window that automatically played that music. Sorry about that. I have literally been in hangouts that the atheists that I'm telling you about that have made a religion out of atheism. They will literally excommunicate, or mentally, they don't just necessarily put them out to hang out or nothing, but they'll pick on a person if they break their rule or what they because they got more rules to atheism than you do. Okay, you're a real atheist, but the people that fake atheists that have made a religion out of atheism, they will excommunicate people that saying I'm an atheist. I just don't believe we evolved from apes or whatever like that. All right, I don't believe in that either. They'll say, well, you're not an atheist then. Okay, they do this. This happens, baby. Many times they don't have it on air. Okay, where I can go. I mean, they don't have it recorded. What I'm saying, where I can go back and show you proof that people do this here. Because a lot of time when people be doing stuff unorthodox, they don't do it on air. But they do it in a private hangouts and mistreat people and stuff like that. But there are atheists that will say you're not an atheist because you don't believe that we evolved. Because to be an atheist, you can't believe that creation is even a possibility. Okay.
I've never heard anybody say that before.
Huh?
I've never heard anybody say that before.
Okay, me and you are from two different worlds, right? Not just the geographic location. We from two different cultures.
Whereabouts are you from, by the way, if you don't mind, your state?
I'm from United States.
No, I mean, what state?
Oh, I'm from Texas.
All right, cool, okay. All the way down south where it's warm.
All the way down.
And flooding. At the moment, it's flooding.
Yeah. I'm from all the way down. Almost as far down as you can get.
Oh, right, on the coaster.
And I'm also, even though I love peoples to be peoples, you still got to understand that we have different life experiences based on the fact that we different colors. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So it may be some things happen in your environment that I ain't never experienced a day in my life because I'm not a part of your culture. All right. And then same go for me, vice versa. Okay.
And also the gender.
And our gender, because see, women talk about stuff between each other that the men don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Okay. Vice versa.
Yeah.
So please understand and know that just because you didn't experience something, that don't mean it's not happening. It could be happening right there by you and you don't never know it. You know.
Well, I mean, a simple example right now is the amount of black people are getting killed by cops. You know, I mean, I actually said a really horrible thing, and I mean, I'm not a horrible person, but what I mean is, you know, it's a tragedy. And I sort of made a joke, and it's not a joke, but the idea of it is a joke, or it's a tragic joke, shall we say? If you're stopped by by the cops in America, there's one important thing you should never do: be black.
That's a good one, Cliff.
But unfortunately, it's not a good one, is it? Because too many black people are getting shot for, well, basically being black.
You know? Wait a minute, cause I got to clarify something. Okay, by me being black, I know the real truth. Okay.
Yeah.
let me be real. Let me let you in on a little secret. Okay. You are in London, you say?
Manchester.
Manchester, is that in London? That area, Europe, London, so well?
Well, London's like 150 miles away.
Okay, you in that region. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let me be clear with you, hon. One thing about the United States is that I love the United States because we have a lot of freedoms that many other countries don't have. But the problem with that comes in with that freedom, sometimes it's an illusion of freedom. It's not real freedom. Okay. It's just an illusion, you know, like people that do magic tricks.
Yeah.
And all they doing is using the trick of the eye. What you thought you saw wasn't really what you saw. Okay. Yeah. That's what illusion is. When you make somebody think that they seen something happen right before their eyes, but it really didn't happen. Okay. Yeah. And that's what's going on with our news media. Okay. Because they know that people's like negative stuff. This is why the news media, they find out what people like the most, what they are attracted to the most, so they can get good ratings. Okay, on TV, you know what ratings is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so they want good ratings, right? And what they found out from all they studies of, like I said, like I like to study human
behavior.
Social behaviors. Okay, yes. They do extensive studies on human behavior to find out what people like and what they don't like. And you'll see posts on Facebook and on Google circulating around. And you might think, oh, this is just a funny thing or whatever like that. But what they're doing is they put it out and they release it to see what groups of people respond to it. Okay. And when you respond to it, what they do is the computer categorize you. All right. And they determine what type of person that you is. All right. And from them doing these type of studies, they found out that the majority of people in general, whether they be in the United States or even overseas in other countries, all right? Because mind you, when a post goes out, everybody can see it, okay? And so when they broadcast something on TV, everybody can see it. And when they see people tune in to the broadcast to see these storylines, and they put the storylines up there to see how you're going to respond to it, okay? If you don't respond to it, they'll know that you don't like that, and the majority of people didn't like it because they ain't tuned in, okay? But what they found out was the more negative shit that we post or have a broadcast on, then the more ratings we get, okay? And they found out that racism was one of those big issues, okay? They found out that people being angry with the cops was one of those big issues, okay? Political issues.
Well, I mean, we don't like to see social injustice.
Right. Okay. So what they did was they put the two together. All right. And they decided, man, this right here is going to get us some high ratings. All we got to do is go out and pick out. See, let me tell you something, honey. Let me tell you the truth. That don't happen amongst the black people every day.
No.
No, it does not. I'm black. I should know.
Yeah.
We do experience racism. That is a reality. But in abundance, like they putting on TV, all they doing, if you really pay attention to what's happening, they took, it's been about maybe 5 stories, legitimate stories that you can legitimize that at the most, that it was a racial injustice. The rest of them was the people were criminals and not deserving of death, but they was rebellious. Okay, they was causing problems.
Yeah, the difficulty is the police are supposed to prevent crime, not just shoot people. And I mean, a simple example I remember is as a police car chase. So there's a guy in a pickup truck, and he's like surrounded by 3 cop cars or something like that. And he managed to squeeze out between the cop cars before the cops get out of the cars to try and grab the guy, and the guy squeezes out, and they automatically pull their guns and start shooting at the car. He's stolen a truck. He's not like pointing a gun at them. They're not in fear of their lives.
Yes,
but they
do. Because what you don't know is, see, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people just think about things they don't know. Okay, I know what cops go through personally. All right, and one thing about being a cop is the unknown that could get you killed. Okay, if a person is speeding and already put you on a high-speed chase, statistically, this is what people don't understand. Statistics have proven that generally when they do get out that vehicle, a person that will go on a high-speed chase and put people's lives in danger are subject to do any damn thing. Okay? So that means they don't want to be caught, and at all costs, they will fight to the very end to keep from being caught. If that means shooting at the police, they will do that.
I know, and I understand.
So,
if a guy's got a gun in his hand, or he makes a move that suggests that he's got a gun, then fair enough, I can understand. But
let me explain. When you're in a split second of your life, when you're in a split, you can easily judge from the outside or after the situation is over with and say what should be done. But when you're in a split second of not knowing whether your life is in danger or not, you don't have that kind of time to decide or wait for somebody to pull a gun on you or wait for them to do something to you. Because how long does it take? See, I got a license to pack guns, all right, and shoot, all right. We had to learn the law about that, okay? Real truth of the matter, when you go to them classes to learn how to shoot, they tell you don't shoot a person in a leg or the arm or something like that. Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill. All right. And the reason why they say shoot to kill is because that's body center mass. Shoot where you.
Yeah, I understand about shooting. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
the reason they say that is because the only way that you will be justified in shooting at somebody is if you is in fear of your life.
Yeah, and when the car's going away from you, you're not in fear of your life. I just don't think it's a reasonable thing to do. You know, if someone's running away, you don't shoot them.
Okay, you're right.
If they've got a gun in their hand, or even a stick, and you think it might be a gun, I can understand the justification for shooting someone because you think they've got a gun, you think you're in danger. Okay. But if someone, you know, if you've got 3 cop cars and the cops get out and the car wriggles through and is driving away and the guy's got his hands on the wheel, you know, he's not like pulling a gun around to shoot at you or something. You know, that's not
hypothetically, but I do want you to know that with those cases that were shown on TV, that wasn't the circumstances. These people were doing stuff that caused the police to be in fear of their life. Okay, that's what you don't. That's the part that the news media don't show you. Okay, and us black people, we do know about it, but lots of people don't know. Okay, that's the part you don't know is that these people, they was rebellious and no telling what they might have done to the police. Okay, this is what you don't understand is when you're dealing with a ghetto mentality. I don't even know if you know what ghetto means, but
yeah, I know what it means.
It's a kind of renegade ass mentality. It don't mean you black. It means you a renegade.
Yeah.
All right, you rebellious. All right, against anything good and right. Okay. Not just black people as ghetto. Okay, but you will find a lot of that amongst black people. Okay, I'm black, I know. So these guys are the type of guys guys that in our neighborhoods. They don't just go to white people's neighborhoods and rob them. They won't even go to the white people's neighborhoods and rob them. They only rob their own kind. Okay, these are the type of people that the police have shot. That's why I don't give a damn. They probably need to be shot. You don't know. You see what the news media is showing, okay, for that particular incident. But what the part they don't want to show you is that would vindicate the police is that these people be having a record of doing fucked up shit. Okay, they have a history of doing shit they don't have no business. Okay. So anytime when people are doing stuff they don't have no business and they known for doing stuff they don't have no business, you'll never know what they might do. All right. So the police need to approach them appropriately. Okay. And sometimes these dudes, like I got big breasts and they got women that's like this too. I got big breasts, right? And a lot of women down south, we pack guns, all right? And you got women that don't have big breasts like I do, all right? But they know how to hide a gun in their breasts, even if they got little ones. They know how to hide a gun in their breast, and you won't even see it bulging.
Behind me.
So how would the police, and the police know this because they've come across it and they've, did a search and be like, oh shit, something in here, and they got women, I will tell you, I used to have prostitutes, okay? I used to do wrong shit too. But I used to have prostitutes that would come buy drugs from me and stuff like that. And one lady, she was so skilled. She could talk to you and she would hold a switch, a blade. She could hold a blade inside of her mouth without cutting the inside of her mouth, and she can talk to you and everything. You won't even know she got it in there. This is why the police, they know about this. They deal with this on a daily basis. So they know that people have these capabilities. They have did a thorough search on these people and then get them in jail, and they pull out a weapon from out of, I don't know if they pull them out their ass or what, but
Yeah.
this is as if you do some proper research, you'll find out that it's not no joke, this is real. It sounds comical like your little joke, but it's real shit.
Oh, I have heard stories. What was it? There was one someone who had a crack pipe up their vagina, you know, which was kind of weird. I think really my issue is there's far too many police that have the attitude of, you know, protect and serve, shoot to kill.
Well, like I said,
can I come in here? I wanted to apologize. Okay, first and foremost, I just wanted to make my peace. I'm sorry if I came across a little hostile earlier, because I do apologize. I did agree with you that, you know, the Gnosticism was knowledge, and I know you guys are on a different subject. I just wanted to come in here and apologize, okay? I love all my brothers and sisters, whether they're atheists or non-atheists, Hindu or Buddhist. I just want to be at peace with all men and women, and I just wanted to get that out there. I have no hate. I don't want that. I'm trying to walk with the Lord. I know we all have our different views on that.
Right.
But just say something really quick, Cliff, if you wouldn't mind, if you didn't mind in general, I subscribe to you on Google Plus, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Okay, my point is really quick, and I'll let you guys get back to your conversation because I think it's very good. If you didn't mind sometimes, Cliff, I would love to speak to you one-on-one about certain things, if you don't mind sometimes. I'm Disciple for Yeshua. I subscribe to you, so you might see me in one of your circles. So whenever you got a free moment, I would love to chat to you. And Ken, again, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
First of all, wait a minute. First of all, my name is Candy. All right.
Candy, I'm sorry.
My name is Candy. And second of all, I appreciate you saying that you coming in here to apologize and make peace. But I accept your apology as far as you extended. Okay.
Thank you.
I do accept your apology. I forgave you before you even asked. That's how lovers do. All right. You didn't even have to ask for it, and you was all right with me. I want you to know that.
All right, amen. Okay, I just want.
Let me speak. I did let you speak. I let you just barge in the room and just start speaking. That was a little rude, but we gonna let you go with that. All right. But because you said that you was trying to apologize. Okay. But what I'm gonna tell you, you came in with an apology. But at the same time, maybe you didn't notice, but you're in violation again, all right? And the reason I say you're in violation is you come on my broadcast soliciting your purpose, all right, with someone that is engaging on my broadcast. That is what we call in the hood a violation, okay? I don't know if y'all have that kind of rule in y'all territory. Me and Cliff were just speaking about how, depending on your culture, what you encounter and what you don't. But it's like, if I'm a dope dealer and you're a dope dealer, and you come on my block and start serving my clients, people that normally buy dope from me, and you bring your ass over on my block and start, and this is how gang fights start, because people be in violation, okay? Now, I'm not trying to fight with you. I was just using that as an example of how you violating. You over in my live broadcast and trying to solicit traffic from my broadcast to your page. If you wanted to make any type of contact with Cliff and try to indoctrinate him or whatever like that, I see you over there. You still
No, that wasn't me.
I apologize. You guys have a glorious day. I just wanted to get that across. That's all. God bless you, Christ, and you guys have a good day. That's all.
Enjoy your day. You still there?
I'm here. Yeah. Yeah. Good God Almighty. This what.
I can understand why you're annoyed about that, but I don't think he was meaning any harm there.
Yeah, that's the thing about stuff that this is what I try to teach people about deception. Deception don't come from people just outright lying. In order to deceive people, you have to tell a whole bunch of truth, and it be either your motives be impure, or you have an underlying unpure motive, or you add a little lie to it, because I can tell. See, this is why I tell you I'm a knower. Okay, I don't really know how to explain what that means to you, but I can sense things about people, and I can tell you about them. From people think I be working witchcraft because they can identify with witchcraft or soothsayers or psychic ability. They call it psychic ability or whatever like that.
Yeah. I think the thing about it is, you said you have an interest in sociology. You like to study people and what they think. Maybe that's where your gift is. You know,
Yeah,
that you're very good at, picking up on those little nuances that people give out.
Yes, and you notice, even though he's apologizing, he still was dominating the conversation. He wouldn't even let me accept his apology. He still was talking to you and at me, and you can see in his mannerism. See, people talk with that. You see how I always moving my hand.
I can't see right now. Your camera's not on. It seems.
Huh?
Your camera doesn't seem to be on.
My camera not on?
No, not that I can see.
Okay. Is my camera on now?
No. Maybe it's me. I'll hit F5 and see what happens. Let's see if it comes back. Ah, okay. Must have been me.
Oh,
Not there now.
Can you see me now?
Yep.
Okay. You see how I move my hands a lot when I talk? Okay. Even people that don't verbalize with their hands, everybody does verbal communication. Okay.
Yeah, body language.
Yeah. And his non-verbal communication wasn't matching up with what was coming out of his mouth. Okay, it wasn't matching up. He didn't have the mannerism of being apologetic. He had the mannerism of rebellion. And
you have to watch out with me because my body language is not good. I'm not very good with body language. I've got Asperger's, and people with Asperger's tend not to notice body language as much. I don't make much eye contact with people. I tend to look at people's mouths to verify what they're saying. I may miss the body language of, let's say you and I are hanging out or something like that, and you may give signs that you need to go and do something. You might check your watch or something like that, and that's your way of saying to me, I gotta go in a little while, kind of thing. I may miss that completely.
Oh.
And I actually have friends, and I say to them when we start being friends, we start getting really friendly with each other. I say, look, if I say something that upsets you, tell me, because I'm doomed to keep doing it unless you tell me. Once I know that I may have done something wrong or said something wrong, I'll be more aware of trying not to do it anymore.
Right. That's fair in any relationship. To be not allow. Leave it up to the person to know what bothers you. Okay, that's unfair because, like you say, some people we don't pay attention to signs or body language. that we didn't even think of giving no second thought. So it's just fair in communication to tell people how you feel. That's why I was letting him know that I do accept your apology and I love you and forgave you if you didn't ask. But I want you to know that I'm not accepting of your behavior right now. Okay. So he still want to carry on with that type of behavior. All right. Now, I've been in his broadcast before. And if you want to just go with the basic rule of thumb or do unto others, if you would have them to do unto you, there's a lot of things that I did not agree with in his broadcast, okay, when he was doing his thing. And so when he gave me the opportunity, when they left it open and there was an opportunity for me to speak, I spoke. When they interrupted me and wanted to interject or whatever like that, I just yielded myself and humbled myself to just listen. Just because I'm listening to them, that don't mean that I agree with them. That means I'm just having respect to listen.
Yeah. I think the difficulty is, though, when it's your hangout, I don't mean you specifically, but when it's your hangout, it's can be sometimes difficult to sort of share, I suppose you could say, that, you know, if you just want an echo chamber, then why invite anybody? Unless, you know, so it's kind of a good way to have a good hangout that people might want to listen to. Is where you let people talk and then you talk and they talk, and you know, because otherwise if you talk over each other or past each other, you never really get a real dialogue at all. And I think dialogue is the reason why we're all here.
Right. That's why I was asking you y'all to help me figure out how to change my thing where it's not just on me. Because I want people to speak their opinions and everything like that. And I want the camera, the spotlight to be on them. When you speaking, that's not my turn to be on spotlight. That's your turn to be on spotlight. You speaking and I'm giving you, with the camera, I want to give you my utmost attention, undivided attention, okay? But we all can't speak at the same time, okay? Yeah. And also, the way I set up my rules in my mind, and maybe I need to outline that in my description of like kind of rules of how I deal with my hangout. But if you speaking, you want to give your side, your perspective of a subject or a topic, all I ask is don't add me. You remember I was telling him I'm gonna let you say your piece, all right? But all I ask in that, and all out of fairness, is don't speak on behalf of me because he don't know me. Yeah. How can you? That's what people do with God. They talk about God and they don't even know him. They're only going by what either somebody else taught them about God or something they read in the Bible and concluded about God or what they think about him. Don't even know him. Don't even.
Most people talk in general terms, not, you know, when they say like, well, you know, no one can say they know about God or something like that. I think he meant that in a general term, not specifically. I mean, you've made the claim that you do know God, you know, and I mean, I would find that difficult to, you know, to accept. I suppose I would be very skeptical on that. You know,
that's understandable.
Yeah. So I think when he said that, you know, people don't know, he was being very general. you know, and I think that's reasonable enough.
Well, wait a minute. Okay. Everybody do generalizations, okay? But he was being very emphatic, okay, about it. And the problem I have with that, okay, I'll be honest, I have an underlying problem with that I didn't expose. And my underlying problem with that is that it annoys me. Everybody had these pet peeves.
Yeah.
Okay, we had these little kooks about us that certain things that might not bother other people, it bother us.
Yeah.
Okay. And
my one is in these conversations, when I hear someone like G-Man, for example, say, God exists, because there's a bit in, I think it's Revelation or something like that, that says, everybody knows God exists. They're just, they're just withholding it in their unrighteousness. And that just annoys me because, it's that knowledge thing. It's that Gnosticism thing again, isn't it? It's like, you don't know me. How can you say, I don't mean you, but how can someone say,
I understand when you say
God exists?
I understand. You don't have to keep explaining me when you say, I just wanted to let you know this so you don't think I'm getting offended or anything like that. But I know a lot of people, when you use the word you, they don't think that the word you means universal, person or a type of person or whatever. You're speaking in general, like you as in a person, such and such, okay. Now, so you don't have to keep explaining that to me. I know you don't mean me personally.
Well, if I meant you, I would actually say you specifically.
Right.
But anyway, but when I get someone say that, it's like, well, you don't know me. You don't know what, when I get someone who says, God exists, you're just withholding the truth in your unrighteousness. It's like, no, you're completely wrong. In fact, not only are you wrong, you're claiming you know what goes on in my head.
You can know.
You can't know.
Let me explain something to you. I know you said that is a pet peeve of yours, so I want you to know that I do agree. I've never been in G-Man in a conversation with him or hang out with him. All right. So I'm not saying that everything he say is right or true. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. But that particular thing that he's saying to you, in a sense, he is right. Okay. And you are right in saying that you can't understand how a person can say, God, okay? But that's only because you don't know him in the sense that we do, okay? There are some things that the only reason why you have a problem with it is because you don't have a full understanding about what he mean by that, okay? But
I understand the concept of God, and I understand the concept of the character in the Bible.
That's not God. Wait a minute, the character in the Bible is not God, so they don't.
I'm using a general holistic idea, but that's, for me, it's the equivalent of saying, I understand the concept of leprechauns and unicorns and, pixies and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I understand the concept, I just don't believe in it. So when someone says
that you know
something, it's wrong. It really is wrong.
What you taking offense to it? Okay, just like with the dude, okay, when he said that nobody don't know for sure. All right. Now, basically, what he done was he put everybody in the category with him. Okay, because he don't know what he talking about. He think that everybody else. This is where I'm getting from it. Just please forgive me if I'm getting it all messed up. Do that sometime. But my understanding of what he's saying is, I don't know shit, so you couldn't possibly know what you're talking about.
I think he would have this. I think he and I would be on the same page in suggesting the idea that nobody can know. We can think we know something, but not actually know for sure. 100%, know it to be true. We can only think we know something to be true.
I would have to respectfully, very respectfully, let you know that I understand that you don't know, but I would have to disagree because I do know. All right, and it's just like, okay, it's just like this. Okay, remember I was saying about shit that go on in the Black people neighborhood. And whatever goes on in the predominantly, well, I live in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood right now, but I'm just over here. I don't know what they actually do in their private time because they don't include me. Okay. I don't know if it's intentionally or they just minding their own business and living their own life. All right, but they don't include me in it. So just because I'm over here, that doesn't necessarily mean I know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel segregated?
No, I'm not. I don't really feel segregated because they do each other like that. Okay. They don't over here. People don't interact with people. That's how they do in the North. Okay. That's why I say culturally we have differences. If you was in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood in the South, they figure like if you have the income that they do, you're equal to them.
Yeah.
And they treat you just like one of the that's what people classify you according to your financial status. All right. So as long as you got the financial income to live in their neighborhood, they treat you like a neighbor.
Yeah. So it's rather like that in the UK.
Okay. So my point is this, all right. Just like with that, like I don't have no clue what's going on in the UK. But do that mean that what you experience in the UK that ain't real? Let's keep it real now. If
much like America, there are some parts where it's the same as America and other parts where it's different.
Right.
So, for example, if I was to say, oh, America, Black people all live in the ghetto, well, that's not true. And it's exactly the same in the UK. There are some parts where, there are ghettos of, might be, in the town where I live, there are two parts of town where it's largely Pakistani Muslims. There's another part of town where there are a lot of Hindus. There's another part of town that has quite a few Polish people. So, there are clusters of people. In Manchester, we've got a Chinatown, things like that. So, yeah, there are clusters of people, but you've also got, I suppose you could say a white neighborhood, and living in a house next door, you've got a Japanese person, or you've got a black person, or the equivalent of Hispanic or something, things like that. So yeah, we don't quite have the the race culture, we have a class culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the UK, it's very much a class thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the lower class tend to be the ones that struggle the most. You know, the opportunities aren't there, which is much the same in America.
Right.
You know, so that's one of the things that needs to change. And it's not just a thing that needs to change in the UK or America. It's something, you know, I'm a great believer in the you know, the Martin Luther King "I Have a Dream" speech. You know, someone should be judged on the content of the character, not the color of the skin.
Right. Right.
You know, or the culture they belong to.
Judged by their sexual orientation or their preferences.
Yeah. My personal way of living is treat everyone with respect until they prove they don't deserve it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right. That's how I believe too.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, you believe in that way, that is God's way. This is why G-Man was trying to explain to you, you know God. You just don't know that that's him. All right.
Well, I just think it's a human way.
Okay, but the word human means spirit. Okay. So God is a spirit. Okay. When I say God, I only use the word God in relation to deity or a sovereign, not sovereign, sovereign power or energy. All right. A governing type of energy. All right.
We're kind of talking past each other though, because although the root word may have been that, when I think human, I think of, you know, I don't really like to use the word race, because we're all the same race. We're all human beings, you know. That's how we should judge ourselves.
See, you know God a whole lot more than you let know.
Yeah, but I don't think of it in a God sense. I think that this is the, you know, the reality of who we are and what we are. I suppose I consider it like an onion. Okay. The reasons, you know, the core of it is, you know, what is the case. And all that happens is you've got an extra layer over the top of that onion and you call it God. And I just don't think that layer exists. You know, that's really the only difference between us. Okay. You know, I don't go with the presupposition.
Okay. If you don't mind, if I may speak on that. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can continue to speak. I just want to make a little comment concerning that, because I think you're an awesome person. Okay, and very godly, believe it or not. So I won't say you know God. I'll just say you very godly. And when I say godly, is that you have a superior mentality. Okay. And that's superior to the common mentality or belief system than the majority of people that I come across.
Get off your knees. You're making me feel a bit big-headed now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm a lover, so I to give people they just do.
Sorry. I made the joke last week to someone. I paint war games, and I painted a model, and he went, "Wow, that's amazing!" And I just joked to him and said, "Get off your knees, mate." And he was just saying like, "Oh, you're the best painter I've ever seen," and things like that. It's like, no. I'm just a normal guy. It's like, you know, it's just I've got lots of years of doing the modeling. And I'm sure given enough time and effort, you'll become as good as I am or something, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it was a joke. I apologize for breaking up your line of thought.
No, that's a good break. That's a good intermission right there. You know, some commercials, you don't mind if they go to commercial because you actually like the commercial. Some commercials annoy the hell out of you. You don't want to see them.
You know, there's. I mean, we were talking about the race issue, which again, I don't like the word race, but there was an advert some years ago that kind of frustrated me, and it was Kentucky Fried Chicken had sponsored the West Indies versus Australia cricket match in Australia. And so what happens in the advert, and people will say, oh, this advert is so racist. And what happens in the advert is you've got this white Australian guy, and he's sat there and he's like, oh, no, because, you know, his team is obviously doing really badly. All around him, all these black people, these black faces, and they're all singing and dancing because their team is obviously doing really well. And it's something the West Indies do. Okay, when they're playing cricket and their team is winning, they're all cheering, and even when they're losing, they're still cheering, trying to get them into, you know, doing better and things like that. It's a cultural thing, and it is fantastic to see. I love it. So what you've got is this guy, and he's looking depressed because his team's sucking, and all around him are these black people dancing and singing and everything. They're all pleased. And he holds up this big bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and all these black hands go in there, and he just looks at the camera and says, too easy. And people went, oh, that's the most racist thing ever. And it's not, because the thing about it is, just because there's a connection between fried chicken and black people in America, a stereotype, doesn't mean say that stereotype works everywhere else in the world.
Right.
And it just makes you realize that cultural differences around the world, that people get stuck into thinking that this applies to me, and this should be the case, and it shouldn't be the case. You know? Right. I mean, one of the great things about Obama being president is that black people cannot use the excuse and saying, oh, there's a glass ceiling. If you're a black person, you're never going to become president. You're never going to get anywhere. You might as well just sit and accept your lot. Right. And that is a defeatist attitude that people should not have.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree thoroughly.
Social conscience. That's the problem we have. Yeah.
Well, you know, with failure and many times, whether it be black people or white people, whatever, because like you say, we are a human race. So we have so many similarities. It's just ridiculous to point out the few little things we have differences. But in human race, when people are experiencing failure, many times what humans do is they try to find something to as a scapegoat or a reason to pass blame off on any body, any systematic anything to blame their failures on, or an ability to accept their responsibility for their actions and their choices they made. Okay, and this is why I started having these real talk sessions, because what I want, what my whole goal and underlying intent is to do with these real talk sessions is not to pass over my opinion about things, but to get people to accept why they believe what they believe, okay? And stop putting it off on other people, okay? So we're gonna just have real talk to encourage people keeping it real, all right? And
Yeah.
we're in the hood, what we call keeping it real is telling it like it is.
Yeah.
And don't try to, now they say the Southerners say, beat around bushes and hide behind trees. Try to find somewhere to, to hide.
Yeah.
And that's what people do. It's not just a black thing. People like to hide.
I think people should be honest to themselves
First.
Yes.
Because it's many times where I had a certain type of thinking pattern. All right. I used to be real violent. Okay. This is a good example. I used to be real violent, like fight, shoot, I pull a gun quick. I'm a Southerner. So and I don't just pull it. I go hell in my business. Okay. Now you might say that's just hard for somebody to be like that. Okay. But that's a way I was raised. Okay. When people get out of line with you, you don't let them just go on and do whatever the hell they want to do. You take care of their ass and let them know that they in violation. All right. So I had gotten this mentality that because I had been raped and molested and abused all my life, that once I had grew up and was old enough to fight back, I've been fighting ever since. All right?
Yeah, you won't let that happen again. I know what you mean.
I was trying to keep it from happening. All right. Yeah. But where I was experiencing,
take control of your life.
Yeah. But what I was experiencing failure in is no matter how much I fought, this still was happening. Like I say, I still been raped, molested, and stuff all my life, even after the stage where I was fighting back. Okay. Yeah. So I realized, I said, look, this fighting is not working. Okay. I had to come to grips that the solution that I thought was a solution wasn't solving nothing. You understand?
Yep.
And so, shucking. If people can really just, when they so-called find a solution, when I say so-called, because I so-called thought I had found a solution to it, but it wasn't working. I still, just not too long ago, about 2 years ago, was violated by a woman. All right. She touched me in my sleep, my breath and stuff. So all that fighting that I've been doing and stuff like that, it didn't stop me from getting abused. When I would go on jobs and stuff like that, one time, this has happened to me several times, where men corner me and violate. Okay. And I had to fight my way out of it. But my point I'm trying to point out is not that I've been violated so much, but that when you call yourself coming to get a solution to a problem, it needs to be actually a solution.
Yeah.
Okay. It just saying it's a solution don't make it a solution. A solution means it solved the problem.
And sometimes solving that situation is to leave it.
Exactly.
Walk away.
Exactly. Now the truth is that I was on my job. I couldn't. There are certain circumstances that you won't even know you're in a bad situation till it's already bad. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. This is what I'm telling you about the police. If they was to wait until somebody whip out a gun real fast on them, they could be dead before they can even make up their mind what they're gonna do about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what happened to me many times. Like I was asleep when I got violated last, when that woman touched me. All right. There's no way I could have contemplated that would happen. And while I was asleep.
It's unusual for a woman to assault another woman.
No, it's not. I've been assaulted all my life. That's what I'm saying. how people believe stuff that ain't real.
Right, I mean, sexually assault.
No,
It's unusual from what I can understand.
it's very usual. It's just society don't talk about it.
Right. Okay.
It's very common, but society. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by this. When the woman touched me, they figured it was two women. I was a woman, and she was a woman that touched me, so it was okay. She didn't get no type of reprimand. They threatened me that if I called the police, that I could suffer some consequences. This is how they handle this type of situation. This is why you don't hear about it, okay? Because they don't think it's nothing wrong if a woman violates another woman. They don't even think it's a violation at all. It's okay.
I don't know. I actually think they do, because otherwise they wouldn't be worried about you going to the police about it. They know it's not. They know it's wrong.
Well, I'll put it this way: what they said.
You just want to get caught.
This is They didn't want the news media in there. That was the reason why they didn't want me to get the news media in there and saying stuff going on there that don't have no business. Because then the eye would be on them, and they know that the news media, once they find out something bad going on, the news media dig and dig and dig and try to find every negative thing they can find. Okay.
Yeah.
So they try to avoid the news media at all costs. Okay. And they know the news media keep up with police reports to get bad shit information.
Yeah.
But what they did was they was like, it's not that bad. Y'all both are women. I said, but you missing the point. She touched me and I didn't want to be touched. That's violation.
Yeah.
Then she pulled my clothes up off of me in my sleep. All right. And doing her thing, what she was doing. All right. Nasty stuff. And I wasn't consensual. All right. That's what I'm not hollering at you. I just getting emotional about it, because it's real.
Yeah.
People don't realize that even if it's a woman on a woman, that if it's anytime any type of activity going on sexually that's not consensual, it is a violation.
Yes.
I felt so nasty when I woke up and realized that this woman was doing it. I bathed myself over and over and over and over again to get a yucky feeling of her touching me. All right. Yeah. They punished me on top of, they added injury to insult and punished me, told me to go away and just calm down, all right, about it. In other words, that keep it under the rug, all right. Don't make a big deal out of her violating me, and then it won't be so bad. You know, this is how society treat the racial issues as well. Black people just don't make a big deal out of being treated bad, then racism won't be as bad if we just accept it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better.
Right. Okay. If we just, they want us to just shut the fuck up and just do what they say and let them violate us any kind of way they wanna, and everything will be okay if we just don't say nothing. Keep it under the rug. Don't be going telling people that we being treated this way. Okay. This is how they did me with the sexual issues. Okay. Even in the music industry, they do that a lot with the Black women. I don't know if they do it with the Caucasian women or not, but they treat us like a sex symbol. Okay.
Yeah.
They want to have all my breasts. Oh, you got big breasts here, and all you got to do and show a little cleavage. Wear this here. They'll give you a little bitty piece of string of something and call it clothes, a costume, and it's so little material that you can't even see that it is a whole costume. All right, and they just want me to barely come up and just exploit me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they could care less that I can sing my ass off. They could care less that when I go to do a show, I pack the house out. And then I won't be having my stuff. Before they came along, the record label came along, I've been packing the house out. I rock the house. Every place I've been to, it might start out like just a few people there. You know how you go in certain bars and just be a few people that patronize, come in, drink, stuff like that. But they don't really have a lot of activity going on. I love to go to them kind of places and show out. What I mean by show out is show my ability to be able to pack the house out.
Yeah.
By the time I get through singing and performing or whatever like that, engaging with the people, they get on their phone and I pack the house out on the spot with no advertisement, no promotion, or none of that. This is how I got offered record deals so quickly when I got in the music industry, because they heard about it. So this woman right here, she really packed the house out, and she can tear down her voice like instruments. And that's how they found out about me in the first place. They didn't find out about me because I was whorish. They didn't find out about me because I was exposing my body. You understand what I'm saying? But
because of your skill.
Huh?
Because of your skill and your ability.
Right. But they'll ignore all of that. This is how they do in the music industry, okay? And it's predominantly a lot of Caucasian people in charge of it. And I don't know if it's their personal problem, ego problem, that something they got in their head, the way they feel about Black women or whatever like that. But, you know, you see a lot of Black women exposed on TV and stuff like that. Because people like our body structure, you know, large breasts or whatever, full lips, and nice rounded back size and stuff like that. So society has fed to them that this is what Black women is like. That, you know, Beyonce, she showing her, she don't have many breasts, but the little one she got, she have them all hanging out.
Yeah.
She's barely clothed, and she you can't see me in the camera, but she just open her leg and, you know, do all kind of nasty.
It's the old story that sex sells.
This is going beyond. Even though sex sells, that's just like you can have a beautiful blonde woman, because y'all have some stereotypes amongst the Caucasian race too, that blonde is more beautiful than a brunette. Okay.
Yours is amazingly blonde.
I made up my own damn blonde.
You're so blonde, I can't tell where the wall behind you starts and your hair begins.
It's shocking. Amongst the white people, you know, a lot of brunettes and redheads or whatever. Well, natural redheads are pretty, gorgeous to me. So pretty. But
you know, I'm thinking about changing my color, the color of my hair.
Why?
I just like the idea of having turquoise hair.
You look pretty good with the blonde, but that's a choice.
I'm not blonde.
Oh, you're not? What is you?
It's brown.
It's brown. I couldn't see in the camera. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the light on it.
Oh, okay. But,
yeah, I got dark brown hair. Actually, I have to dye it now because I'm getting a bit old and it's starting to get a bit, you know, it's a bit thin on top. Look. So
right now, women's like men. I do about balding men. I don't know what it is. There's a group of us women. We that like balding men, and men get so caught up in that they don't even know that there's women that really like it. You know, they be so busy to preserve their hair because they thinking that there's some type of something attractive associated with the hair that they be trying to preserve it, and then and taking away from the pleasure of the women that like balding men. Okay, but anyway, yeah, because I like kind of not chubby men, but I like big men. I don't like no little bitty men. I'm not attracted to them. Okay, I like big men. And
what about me? I'm kind of big.
You're nice looking too.
I wasn't talking about that either. I was saying I've got a bit of a belly.
I understood. I like big men, and you are nice looking. You are nice looking, very attractive. Okay, but what I was gonna say, you done got me distracted.
Sorry, it was just a joke.
But in the music industry, they go past the idea of sex sells.
It's a very misogynistic world, I think.
What does misogynistic mean?
It basically means men controlled. That women are less important. You can pay them less. Things like that.
Well,
it's the equivalent. It's kind of like sexism.
What's sexism?
Where you discriminate against someone because of their gender, their biological gender.
Oh, really? Well, I'm a little sexist myself. And that is not society based because society do it. I'm a little sexist because I believe that men are superior in the sense that of authority, and that I think women wanting to be appreciated or wanting to be not dogged, in a sense, they've gone beyond, oh, I just don't want to be mistreated, to being, I want to be in control. I want to be a man in the man position. I want to do what the man is doing. But when envy,
I think that's selling yourself short. I mean, when you say I think women are perfectly able to lead and run things as a man, just as good, because something that, I mean, men, because of all the testosterone, they tend to be very, very competitive with each other.
Well, I believe that
one-upmanship kind of thing that happens.
Whereas
women are better able to be a little bit more rounded, a bit more evenly thought. They'll think things out a bit more rather than be quite so impulsive. I mean, I remember a Robin Williams joke, and he says, that's why we should have a woman president. There'd never be any wars, just every 28 days, some intense negotiations.
He must don't know some women's like to fight. Shoot, when I got my first husband, I used to whoop his ass. Shit, he could tell you, women do fight. Shuck it. I seen a video on what was that on? I don't know if it was Google or Facebook. I be everywhere on the internet, but I saw a video, and it was about how women. It was about showing how women were quick to say that a man is wrong for hitting a woman, but the video was showing different clips of how the women were hauling off and tearing the men asses up quick, you know. It was pointing out that how women will say, oh, it's just wrong for a man to hit a woman, and they shouldn't do that, which I do feel that a man is stronger than a woman, so if he hit her, he might hurt her really bad more than he intended to, because men have a strength about.
I think it's as simple as we shouldn't hit each other.
Exactly. Okay.
Violence should never be the option.
Right. I had to learn that because, like I said, I was in that mentality that thought that fighting was gonna solve stuff when I fight back, and I had to learn that that wasn't solving anything. Okay.
Yeah. I gave up on hurting other people because they hurt me when I was about 10 years old.
Oh, really? That's good.
I may have been younger than that, but I was, you know, it might have been about that age.
Mm.
You know, yeah, the only time I ever did anything like that was because they provoked me.
Right.
You know, at the time. In other words, I lost my temper because they were doing something to me.
Right.
You know, at the time. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I've never really been a violent person. I just have a temper that can come out when injustice happens.
Right.
You know, I mean, I ride a bicycle, and I had a car that nearly hit me, and I kicked his car for it. I regret it. You know, I put a dent in his car because he nearly killed me, you know. And instead of him saying, shit, I'm sorry, he just gave me a load of crap, and I went and kicked his car in anger. And like I say, now I look at it, in fact, probably the following day, I thought, oh, what did I do that for? That was a stupid thing to do. And I was angry at myself for losing my temper.
Oh, yeah.
And I learned from that. I learned that lesson. I learned that lesson that, you know, if you do things like that, then, you know, you're going to make yourself the problem.
Right. Right.
You know, so, you know, I mean, I help people out, drivers out. You know, if they've got a tail light out or a brake light out or something like that, I'll let them know. You know, I'll say, excuse me, mate, I thought you should know you've got a brake light out on your left-hand side or whatever. Okay. Now, I learned that to add, excuse me, mate, I thought you should know, makes the difference between someone taking offense and someone not taking offense. Because if I knock on someone's window and say, oh, you got a tail light out, they think you're complaining.
Right. Instead of helping them. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So by saying, excuse me, mate, thought you should know you got a light out, you know, that kind of thing, that starts the, you know, you already sound like you're making a change. You're trying to help them.
Right.
Even if I get someone who overtakes me closely, I'll sort of say to him, excuse me, mate, next time you overtake a cyclist, a bit wider, please.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I bang on the window and say, oh, you know, that kind of thing, and scream and shout at them, what reaction are they going to give me back? Exactly the same reaction I've just given to them. They're going to respond in the same way. Okay? But if I say, excuse me, mate, try and be a bit more careful, then I'm the one that's being the positive person here. I'm saying, please be more careful. You know, I'm not getting angry with you, but try to be more careful.
Right.
And I find that works better, because if they then start screaming and shouting at me, oh, it's your fault because you're riding a bicycle of all things, you know, they're the ones that come out as the arsehole. I'm the good guy. They're the arsehole.
Mm-hmm.
And a simple example, I had, you know, we were talking about, it was on a similar line a little while ago. One of the last videos I made on my channel is I'm stopped at the traffic lights, and there's a taxi driver on my left-hand side. And I look at him, and he's using a phone. You shouldn't be using a phone when you're driving. You shouldn't talk to a phone on, you know, to your ear. You can use hands-free kit, but you can't. But he's texting while we're at the lights.
Okay.
Now, you never know when someone's going to walk out in front of his vehicle because he's not looking around what's going on around him.
Right.
He may not notice the cyclist that's come on the inside of him because he's too busy looking at his phone.
Uh-huh.
You need to have your awareness about what's going on around you and your vehicle. So I sort of see the guy and I sort of say, you know, not on the phone, mate. And he's like, what? And he's holding the phone in his hand. You can see the phone. I said, not on the phone, mate. Not when you're driving. And he moves his hand down, and he drops the phone in his lap. And he says, what? I said, not on the phone when you're driving. He said, I wasn't on the phone.
Liars!
Exactly. Look, I don't mind the fact that the guy was on his phone and he shouldn't have been. And if he'd have said, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't be.
But he tried to lie on top of
responsibility for his actions. But for him to lie to my face and say I wasn't on the phone, where I've got him, I saw him on the phone. Why wouldn't we talking to him about it? You know, he knows he was on the phone. I know he was on the phone, but he lied to my face. That is someone who doesn't have any responsibility for themselves.
Exactly.
You know, own it. That's the thing. You fuck up, own it.
Yes. I agree with that thoroughly. I practice that myself. I tell people all the time, because I don't know if they think I'm some kind of goody two shoes or what, but I let them know I'll climb up off that pedestal and let them know, don't put me on a pedestal. I have faults too, because when you think I'm so perfect, you're gonna be distraught when I do something that's, you know, fucked up. So I tell people all the time, if I'm doing something and I don't know that it's wrong, please let me know, because I want to correct and do the right thing. But if I catch myself doing something wrong, I'll I'll admit it and say, you know what, you so right. You know, if somebody and just own it, like you say, you know, and they say, okay, I was doing that wrong, or I did handle that wrong, and then make a conscious decision to do the right thing from that point on, because you can't take back what you already done. He couldn't take back that he was on his cell phone, but what he could do was own it.
Yeah.
Instead of adding to that with a lie to make you look like a fool, when he knew damn well that you seen him, that he had that phone.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I generally don't put videos of people on the phone on my channel, because I've got a video camera that's yeah, it's around here somewhere. Anyway, everywhere I ride, I've got my video camera filming.
Wow.
You know, it's simply because there are too many accidents that happen out on the road, and you know, there's an example is there's a crossroads, and I'm approaching the crossroads. The lights are all green, pointing at me. And whenever I come across a road like that, I always look left and right, make sure nothing's coming, just in case. So I look left, I see a car that's going slow. Remember, we drive on the opposite side of the road than you do. So I see a car that's going slow, and I think, right, he's stopping for the lights. I look right, nothing coming. Look forward, and he's gone through the lights. We're heading for a collision.
Oh, wow.
Very slow speed. You're talking maybe 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour kind of speed, you know?
Okay.
So I slammed on my brakes, he slammed on his because he noticed me. And I shouted at him because his window was up. I said, green light, pointing at my lights. Red light. Look. And he'd like, oops, sorry. Now, if there'd have been a collision, he could have said, I went through the red light, because so many cyclists do go through red lights. Okay, it was all my fault, but it wasn't my fault. Unless you've got a third-party witness, who's to say what happened? It's your word against theirs.
Oh.
My camera is my word, is my third-party witness.
Right.
You know, so, you know, that's the reason why I got the camera. And if I drove a car, it'd be exactly the same thing. You know, because
you a cyclist, you said?
Yeah.
What is that?
I ride a bicycle.
Why do you ride a bicycle?
I live in a city. I don't need a car.
Oh.
You know, everything I can do, I can either do by getting on a train or riding the bicycle. So,
Hey, Cliff, what's up?
not bad. How are you doing, Colton?
Doing well. And Candy, I don't believe we've ever talked before. So,
Okay.
hello, dear. How you doing?
Hey.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. Nice hat, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I like that. I need a hat.
Somebody that know I love hats brought this for me, so it have a little sentimental value.
That's nice.
I haven't got a hat. I've only got a giraffe.
You've got a giraffe, though. That's better than most.
Yeah.
What's a giraffe? Oh.
There he is.
Hey, what's his name?
Georgina. So, her name.
Oh,
Georgina.
I'm sorry, Georgina.
Yeah, she does a Snoopy dance.
It's just a Snoopy dance. Oh, yeah, very good.
Sing the Snoopy dance. Oh, dear me.
How's everybody doing on this, what day is today? Sunday, weekend, whatever.
Very nice day today.
Yeah?
Very sunny day in Manchester, which is kind of unusual because it rains here.
It's beautiful here too today.
Where are you at, Candy?
I'm in Jersey.
You're in Jersey, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought you were in Texas.
I'm from Texas.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, I've been to Jersey.
Yeah, it's a horrible mess up here.
Hmm.
The weather.
I got a friend that lives in Vineland.
Where that's at?
Vineland.
Is it like North Jersey, South?
It's South Jersey. It's heading out towards Atlantic City.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't. I'm like I say, I'm not from here. I just came here for business,
Right.
and so I'm living here only on business terms. So I'm not real familiar with the areas and stuff like that. Now I'm in total north from there. I'm more closer, northwest, closer to Pennsylvania.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got a friend who lives in Jersey City as well.
Oh, okay. That's more like south too, ain't it?
Yeah, it's kind of new. It's across the river from New York.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm in the northwest area of New Jersey.
I've actually been up that way. I've been to East Stroudsburg in Pennsylvania, which is right on the edge
Okay.
of Pennsylvania.
Oh, you like to travel?
Yeah. It's near the Delaware Water Gap, if that means anything to you.
It's never a what, Cliff?
It's near the Delaware Water Gap.
Ah, okay.
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 Yeah.
Sorry there. For a moment, I thought I was talking to Nadia. I didn't understand a word you said.
Oh, stop it! Oh, no, stop it!
Couldn't understand a damn word. It's like thought for sure Nadia was there sleeping on her bed, you know.
Yeah, she kind of tails off on the end of her sentences. That's the hard thing.
Oh, she kind of, well, she's very monotone and she keeps going and she always strings, more big ass words together than you can shake a stick at. And sometimes it's just, I can't, I can follow her for the first 30 seconds and then I get so lost because I'm busy trying to figure out what all these words mean when you put them together. By the time I get done, she's already 25 words ahead of me. And
You gotta get a dictionary. You gotta get a dictionary. You can't use one of them little bit Dostum dictionaries.
There is a simple answer to this problem. Read a dictionary. I did.
Yeah, well, it's still difficult to keep up with her. There was a time when she had this really terrible lag, and it was like, she would talk, her lips would move, and then 20 minutes later you'd hear her voice, and it was just terrible. It was just her connection was really horrible. But I always thought, this is like, how they say, you look at the sun and you're really seeing it the way it was about 8 minutes ago or so, because the light just reaching you. I was thinking like Nadia. Nadia could be freaking dead. And we're still talking to her 15 minutes later because nobody realizes she's gone already.
It's probably only another half an hour before the sunset here.
Oh, I got a little while for that. Not too much. Yeah, 4, 5, 6.
So, Cotton.
Yes, ma'am.
Where you at?
I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, okay, no wonder you said yes, sir.
Oh no, well, you know what? See, I'm getting. What's the word I'm looking for here? they're brainwashing me down here. I'm from Connecticut originally. I'm from the Northeast, but I've been down here for 2 or 3 years now. So I'm trying very hard not to say y'all or anything like that. But every once in a while it slips out.
I actually think it's a reasonable thing to say that going from Connecticut to Tennessee is kind of like going to the Dark Ages.
In some ways, although I told my wife, I said I won't leave here forever because nowhere in the universe do I have better internet than here in Chattanooga. Swear to God, it's freaking awesome. So you couldn't drag me out of here with wild horses.
You've been shut-eyes.
No, only for the internet. Only for the. I'm still not eating salted peanuts. I'm not eating okra. I'm not eating catfish. No, I haven't been southernized yet. Just for the internet, I'm here.
Okay, they working on you though. They gonna get you right on together.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, you need one of them real fat mimos, the good old southern black women, the real fat ones that wear robes all the time. They don't never really put on regular clothes. They just wear robes all the time.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I need that.
No, I'm saying you need one of them to cook that okra for you.
Oh, I've tried okra boiled. I've tried it fried. I've tried it baked. There's nothing you can do to okra to make it taste good to me. I'm
telling you, them good old southern women, the one with the robes, the real fat ones. You can't get no skinny southern woman to cook them for you. You gotta get you a real fat one. That way, her body structure will let you know she can cook her ass off.
Okay, well. Either that or she's married to somebody that can cook. One or the other.
One of the two, but
ribs.
Cooking.
I'll eat ribs all day long. I'll eat a good steak, anytime. There's some things, I like. Cliff, I put up my link there to my latest speed test. This is why I won't leave Chattanooga.
Chattanooga, Tennessee. I drove 18-wheelers, and I tell you one thing. One thing about Chattanooga is that's a little bitty type of a city in the middle of nowhere. But they got their fame from just being a weird ass name for a city, Chattanooga.
That's a little weird, but it's okay. We like it here. It's nice. The weather's nice. It's not quite in the mountains, but it's far enough up there. It's not as hot and as muggy as Atlanta. And it's not as bad as Nashville, and so yeah, it's right. And it's close enough to everything. Atlanta's only about an hour and a half drive, a little bit less.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's fine. Nashville's about 2 hours. Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's nice.
I've got to say, I've got to go.
Cliff.
I know. We've been chatting for about 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, right. The sun going down over there.
Oh yeah, it's about 20 minutes, half an hour off. Being sunset.
Do I follow you, Cliff?
I'm not sure. I do get messages from you from time to time. I follow you.
Oh, okay. What happened to what's his name?
Carlton. I've no idea.
Okay. Maybe.
I hope he hasn't gone because I'm going.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He might have left because you's leaving, and he probably only felt comfortable enough. That's how human beings is. Many times they need one person to do something so they can feel all right with going in. And participating in stuff, so if one person, then they'll follow, and then somebody else will follow, like that. And,
well, I'm the kind of person who can talk for 3 people, so I've always got something to say.
Good, come on back, and because I'll be having this regular, this gonna be an ongoing thing that we're gonna get some real good topics and stuff like that, and we're gonna run with it. Okay, so come on back when you available, and I'll make sure I send you invite. I'll make sure you part of my circle. Okay, And I will check out your YouTube channel too.
Sure.
I'll go on your page and troll your page a little bit.
Cool. Right, well, at the risk of sounding a bit cheesy, keep it real.
All right, baby. Thank you for coming by.
Hey, enjoy your day. Take care.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Carlton left. And he left somebody speed test in his chat box. I don't know what a speed test is, but apparently that got something to do with the internet, how well it's working. Well, I live up here in the mountains in what do you call this? I live up here in the mountain in New Jersey. I wouldn't even try to compete with nobody on how well the internet service is working, anything like that, because we only have where I live in particular, we only have one option for internet, and I tell you, this damn internet service is trash. We only have one option, so they got the monopoly on our ass. I mean, we can't even change services if we wanted to. That's what a monopoly is. That means that you don't have no other options or whatever like that. So, me and Cliff and what's his name, Disciple for Yeshua, and everybody, we was talking and enjoying ourselves, and we kind of got off topic, okay? But when you just enjoying yourself, you ain't trying to have no boundaries on that, and try to stick to no damn topic. But the topic, original topic of this hangout was if anybody want to ask any questions or provide any input on how they feel about LGBT, if you think it's more immoral, not immortal, I mean live forever, but if you think it's immoral to be gay, let us know how you feel about that and why you feel that way. If you don't think it is immoral or have anything to do with morality, let us know why you believe that, and explain to us why you feel what you feel, okay? But I want you to know we're going to keep it real over here, and we got to have a basic understanding that opinions are just that, opinions. That's your belief and your understanding about whatever. That is not nothing that's solid, that everybody have to follow after what you believe because you think it's right. Okay. That's why we left the question, the topic open for people with opposing opinions. What was I saying? That's why we left the topic open for people with opposing opinions to speak, because they are opinions, and we understand that people have differences of opinions, and we just want to try to explain our perspective, just so everybody can understand each other, that, okay, I feel this way because, and this is my belief because, whatever your subject is, okay? So what's his name? I was gonna ask Clayton. I think his name was Clayton. Let's see. I'm gonna ask him if I had no Carlton. Carlton, I don't know if he was in my circles, baby, but I was gonna just ask you if you wanted me to add you to my circles or not. Mm, so I can send you invites if when we have our segment. And then of course you can decide if you want to come or not or whatever, but we at least want to send you an invite. And we appreciate you. I just wanted to tell you before you left, but I appreciate you stopping by. Okay. And I hope you don't mind, but I went on and added you to my circle. Now, he made a few comments about Nadia. Okay. And he was just not really talking about the fact that Nadia is a transgender. He was just saying that it's difficult to understand Nadia because Nadia be using all them big words, and if you really understand what those words mean, you'll know that they was uncalled for. That's why I be trying to tell Nadia that it doesn't necessarily make a person seem intelligent because they're using big words. It's very possible to make yourself seem unintelligent when you unnecessarily abusing the use of large words, when you could have just simply said whatever you was saying. You could have just simply said that. I find that many times when I go to those hangouts, that even people that might understand what you're saying, even though they understand what the words are, they are a little annoyed by the excessive use of large words. It's just uncalled for. That's what is considered as excessive. All right. Now, me myself, I tend to excessively talk bad. Okay, I talk bad. I know how to pretend to talk all sophisticated and stuff like that. Perhaps that's what Nadia be trying to do. She be doing like me. Sometimes I try to pretend to talk sophisticated. Because sometimes that's the only way people will listen to you and think you know what you're talking about when you just pretending like you know what you when you just pretend like you sophisticated, they will listen then. We had a good old session today. But we need to discuss some of the issues that's going on that concerns the LGBT. And what I really wanted to point out today is that what I wanted to point out today is that many times okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I kind of got distracted. I'm trying to follow up. I see some people have are trying to message me, and I was so engaged in the conversation that we was having such an awesome conversation that I was trying to just enjoy the moment, but I didn't realize that people had left messages and were okay, were trying to engage as well. But that's why I just welcome people to come on in and engage that way because you don't realize how difficult it is to hold 3 different conversations at one time, darling. What I mean by that is when You in these live broadcasts, and many of you know that, but some people don't know that when you're in a live broadcast, there are 3 different forums that you can communicate on. I don't even know why they even give you all these options to communicate on, because it's like I said, it's difficult to be communicating on all these different forums or platforms at one time. You got live communication going on. You have people that's interacting live, verbal and with through video and verbal communication. You got to keep up with that. Who said what? Respond to it. And you got people. They're within this Hangout forum. To the side, you got the messaging chat box that people be saying stuff on the sideline because they don't want to be rude and interrupt the conversation. So they'll say stuff on the sideline. All right. Then shit, you got people that go on the outside chat. There's another little chat box you can that's formed whenever you have a hangout that people can interact on it and back and forth. People be on that, and I'm trying to keep up with who said what about what, and all these 3 forms of communication. Then you got people in the question and answer section responding there. All right, or I guess that's the same as when people go to the actual event page and they go to the event page and be talking. That's how I found out that people wanted to get in the conversation, because they had left a message and said, asking me to send them the link. And I sure appreciate y'all for letting me bringing that to my attention, that I didn't even provide the link for people to come on in. And I got to remember next time to do that automatically. As soon as I set up the broadcast, I'll need to go up in it and get the link immediately and post that inside either the description or in the comment section on the event itself, the event post of the hangout. Okay.